I should probably have the webcam thing.
Live.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I couldn't see when you pointed to say we're going live. Hi, everyone. We're live. Hello and welcome to the Destiny Community Podcast. Are we actually live?
We're live. I literally clicked.
Okay.
I said, are you ready? And you're like, yeah. And I said, okay, I'm going to point when we're live. And I literally did that.
And so we started out with a no shit. Great. Awesome.
I can't confirm Tefty's story.
Yes.
But I think nobody
It's
is
not
actually
TV,
surprised
so
by
we're
the
fine.
start of
Literally
this
no
podcast.
one's surprised that just happened.
I'm trying to like write all these times and whatever.
You're writing
Hi,
an essay?
hello, and what?
You're writing an essay?
No, I'm writing down all the time so I can professionally edit all these things for YouTube uploads. So like I can interview, or so I can edit our interview with our guest. Hi, YungKhan.
Hello.
Hello. I'm really
Fantastic.
And scene.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it.
wonderful. So, are we gonna actually talk about Destiny, or is this gonna be the Apex?
We're going to talk about Destiny. We have Destiny
Okay.
stuff to talk about,
Okay,
and we
great.
can talk about lots of other things too.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We got things to talk about.
Yeah, yes,
But
we
first,
can.
maybe we
Yeah.
should talk to our guest.
Yeah.
YungKhan.
Yes, of
Yes.
course.
Yes, Briar.
You know, I'd like
I
to point
agree.
out for those that may not know, the originator and architect of the Tef Coup emote is actually on this podcast right now. It's
We got
I don't
YungKhan.
some
want any hate mail.
Tef
I don't want any hate mail. I don't want any hate mail.
I want some Teft coups and
Some Tef Coups in chat, please. Yes. Yeah, the originator, man.
I didn't know. Miss 5,000 Watts, I didn't know you did art.
I don't. I don't.
Nice.
Khan, how did you get started? How did you get started in art, man? What's the origin story, and how did you get started with the community in Destiny, with the art being
I
connected to
got
it?
back into art because of Destiny, actually.
Really?
Oh,
Like I
Oh, wow.
took a whole decade off. I didn't draw anything for a whole decade.
Wow,
Oh, really?
that's amazing.
Wow.
So
And
So,
watching
what got you
Cobb
started?
1 on Instagram. Cobb 1.
okay, yeah.
I was like, oh man, that looks like awesome stuff. I would love to do that again. So, I got a little rinky-dink refurb laptop off Amazon, and the rest is history.
That's really cool, man.
Wow. Yeah, that's
So
cool.
you do all your art digitally, or do you do it by pencil, like on paper, and scan it?
I started out drawing everything with a trackpad on my laptop. So
Trackpad
Wow.
first. Holy crap, that's amazing.
Ooh.
Wow.
that's why I'm so fast now. That's builds a lot of a lot of patience.
So,
A
They
lot
learning
of
to play basketball in the sand,
right?
If you want to get good at something, start with the hardest way to do it. and
Seriously.
then
Right?
it's easy after that.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge
I
a ball.
only run marathons uphill.
Yes.
So I don't run marathons. Then that's my solution to that problem.
That's amazing, man.
That
So-
wasn't
Con-
the point of that at all.
Con, do you do like art full time now?
Yes, I do art full. Like I'm a full time graphic designer now. It's and I got started literally doing art for a podcast, like
Mhm.
a podcast host. And then I that picked up, and then I made my first emote. Somebody asked me, my buddy Hidden, was like, "Hey man, can you make emotes?" And I'm like, "What?"
It's an emote.
What's an emote, right?
Yeah, I can make emotes. Yeah, I make them all the time.
Tough coup,
What was it
for
about
instance.
Destiny? After 10 years of not doing art, what was it about Destiny that kind of drew you back into the art world?
It has all the things I love about all sci-fi. It has all the elements of Star Wars, all the elements of Alien, Predator. It has the 80s feel. It has everything that I loved about early sci-fi. Like Mars reminded me of Dune. There's worms. There's hive gods.
Mm.
There's like H.P. Lovecraft mixed in. It's
Mhm.
everything I love about fiction. And I didn't play FPS games before that. Like I didn't play any PvP.
Oh,
The only thing I played before that was Borderlands. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. So,
Yeah.
10-year break, Destiny comes out, inspires you to get back into art, and you start using a trackpad to do that. That's impressive, man. That really is. So,
Yeah.
at what point then? What point did you get actually asked to do the art for a podcast?
N64 Josh. I listened to N64 Josh and before it was a Days of Destiny, that podcast.
Never heard
I
of
listened
it.
to that for a long time. And then they moved over to the Amos's Gaming podcast. And her N64 Justin, they started his own podcast called the Lootcast. And I made his avatar. I was part of the Loot clan. Like that was my Destiny 1 clan. So I did his avatar, and then I did his co-host avatar. That moved me up to doing like the Destiny Reset podcast avatars. And then it kind of spiraled out of control. I don't know how I got here.
That's
like,
awesome,
it was
man.
We're making stuff now.
Yeah.
And we're quitting our job and we're doing this full time. I was like, oh, okay.
That's crazy.
About how long were you doing like, emotes, graphic design before you were like, oh, I can actually just do this as a full-time job now?
About 6 months after the first Guardian Con. So not this past year's Guardian Con, the Guardian Con before that.
Okay.
Okay.
I was working my bartending job like twice a week. And then the days I would go in, I would just bring my laptop and like work the days that were the slowest and just do my graphic design at the bar. And it kind of moved up from there.
Wow.
All right.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's
So
really cool.
so basically around like D2 release
Mm-hmm.
is when you,
Right
when
about
you
then, yeah.
started. Okay, cool.
I'm sorry. I just can't get over the fact that you're doing art with a trackpad.
In the beginning, obviously not now, right? You use it.
Yeah. Can you explain like what program were you using? Were you like drawing the lines
Oh,
on the
no.
trackpad?
Photoshop's pen tool. So
Okay.
I would draw every single stroke with a pen tool, like click, click, curve, click, click, curve, curve, curve.
Whew.
Jeez, that's crazy.
That's amazing.
I'm not an artist.
You want to
But
get
I've
good?
used a trackpad before.
I played
Trackpads
FPS.
are infuriating to do anything with.
I played FPS with a trackpad before because oh yeah, I got a laptop. Let's download Unreal Tournament. Oh, I don't have a mouse. We got a trackpad. We'll be fine. You weren't fine.
Yeah.
No.
So what was like the first piece of art that Destiny inspired?
The first piece that I did on my own volition was probably the Destiny community artist first artist piece we did. It was like 40 Guardians in that one, and I made myself as a Guardian with a trackpad. I had Dark Drinker on my back. I had the Crest Alpha Loop I on. I had a Titan mark. I had the vaulted glass like hunter leggings. It was crazy.
That's really cool, man.
Nice. That's
Where
really
can people find your art? Like if they want to check it out, like where's the best place to go looking for it?
You can find like my website at conartist.org because I'm a confidence man. And other than that, you can find it on Instagram at instagram.com/YungKhan. That's it. Yeah. Or I'm live on Twitch 7 nights a week, 8 hours a day.
So yeah, I
So
wanted to
back
ask
to
about
my
that too. So you're streaming
Yeah.
basically every day. And when did you start streaming art on Twitch? And what inspired that actually?
My buddy Too Loud TX, we were doing a podcast together called the Destiny Community Content Radio podcast. And he's like, man, people would like to see you do that. I'm like, nobody wants to see me do this. And I was wrong about that. Really wrong. The channel, like I only been streaming for about 14, 15 months.
Uh-huh.
I'm already at 5,000 followers, and I just hold it like a study, like 200 subs, which I'm just like,
It's really cool,
That's
man.
really good.
I didn't use Twitch before that. I didn't. I really didn't.
Yeah.
And it was just like now people are like, if I don't show up on time, people are like, "Are you okay? You gonna be on tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be on tonight." My mom doesn't call me this often. Yes, I'll
Right?
be there.
So you've obviously moved past the trackpad. Although I would if you said you were going to do a stream on just the trackpad,
I'd
think
have to tune into that.
without a doubt,
Yeah,
I would have
for
to
sure.
tune
Yeah.
I've demonstrated a number of times. People
You have?
like,
All right, we have to look
like
in
all
your
I have is my laptop. I don't know. I can't do. I don't have a drawing tablet. I don't want any excuses. I don't want your excuses. You can do it.
See, that's what's impressive about it, man. It's like you literally
Yeah.
said no barriers. I'm doing this. Like I want to make something from nothing with whatever tools that I have. Because like the trackpad is so unintuitive for that stuff. Like even when I'm browsing on the web, sometimes the trackpad is like, Jesus, man. So to actually make like what you just described on your first piece for the mural of artists, like that. I mean, that's intense. There's a lot of details in there. So I'm thinking about the trackpad use right there. It's a testament to saying I'm doing this no matter what. You know, like the confidence, like you just said, like you're a confidence man, right? Yeah,
That's what conquering is all about.
that's really cool,
Not
man.
being stopped.
So now, like, what does the average drawing look like now that you've moved on? Like, this is a paid gig now. So, like, are you using like a drawing tablet with a stylus? And
Yeah. I'm using an Artisul D16. It's like a mid-level tablet. I haven't really even though I do it full time, I could probably afford a Cintiq. I'm just like, I don't think I need one. I'm a man of necessity. Like I only get things when I necessarily need them. So
For sure.
I could do this shit with a trackpad. What do you need?
If anything, you just buy a nicer trackpad then, right?
Yeah, man.
There you
Upgrade
go.
the trackpad.
More accurate trackpad.
Yeah.
like no excuses. That's all. I
Like
got.
one of those. Apple had one of those Magic Pads. Remember that? It was like a big trackpad.
Yeah, I got one right over here.
Yeah.
I
use it all
really
the time.
like those. I
they're
want
great.
one. Just, instead of having like an extra mouse that I use for my for like my other stream computer, I want a trackpad, man.
I think Microsoft makes one.
That's actually really smart.
Yeah,
Like
I use one on my Mac. It's really convenient. I have it sitting over here so that I can just look over it if I want to record something in Elgato. I can just like click it real quick. I don't have to use a mouse because already got two mics on my
Mhm.
desk here. One for the streaming PC and one for the gaming PC. So the third one is just overkill.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You're just flexing now.
I mean, yeah, that's what I got on my desk too. I mean, I got the exact same setup you have. This camera doesn't turn, so I can't show you guys. I'm mounted at the table.
Guys, we need to work
Why is it so
on
quiet? That was weird.
I,
I don't think we've ever had a podcast where we had nothing to say for that long.
We're really bad at interviews. I don't know. Someone needs to
we really
attend an
need to go
interview
back.
class.
We've had
We have to
3
go to class.
years. We've had 3 years longer of Pope carrying the interview section, and now he's
yeah.
not
He
even-
usually has like a list of things that he wants to check off.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. He does research.
Yeah. I think right about now he would ask, do you have any future projects that are coming down the road
yes,
that you're excited about sharing?
Well done.
Things that you're working on.
Future product. Oh, I just had a piece that was accepted by Sea of Thieves. It's an officially licensed piece of merch now.
That
Oh,
is-
that's
That was running about yesterday. Yeah.
that's really cool,
Wow,
man.
That's
crazy.
amazing. What is it?
That
yeah.
is amazing. That's a big
Oh,
deal.
it's called Dead Man's Chest. It's like an octopus with a pirate hat on, like strangling the chest, and there's like 2 cutlasses in the background. It's
That
Is this
sounds
going to be
awesome.
like on t-shirts or in
it's on t-shirts. It's on the DBH store. The Sea
Oh,
of Thieves
cool,
store.
man.
Yeah. That is.
I make a lot of
Look at the
stuff.
store, right? I'll find it.
I make a lot of stuff.
Discord was having a little issues right there. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I was wondering also what's like the range of stuff you make. Also, obviously, you make emotes, you make avatars, you made shirt designs. Like, do you do full graphic
I do full
design?
rebrands,
Full rebrands, all that. Yeah.
Animations.
Animation
I got to work
too.
with TWAB recently
Wow.
on some work for a client. Emotes. I make anything that has to do. I'll try anything basically.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not just Twitch stuff. You like if it's an image, you do it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't say no to anything. That's how I picked up so many clients. I never
Mhm.
turned down anything.
It's really cool. Do you,
Like in the past year, I think I've done probably over 1,800 pieces of individual art, or
Wow.
2,000 individual pieces of individual art.
that's
I've always
impressive.
wondered, is it hard to do emotes, like being constricted to such a small amount of space and like that few pixels? Is that like a difficulty? Is it a challenge? Like, a verbose person would have trouble writing things on Twitter. Does an artist have trouble getting something into such a small space for an emote?
I relate the skills you to possess to make an emote are the same skills you possess to like hit a nail. The first time is you're gonna miss. You're gonna miss a lot. You're gonna hit your finger. But after a while, you're just throwing nails at the wall and just smacking them. That's all emotes are.
Fail fast, fail often.
Yeah.
So you can get it
There you
right.
go.
I broke 2,400 last week. That's in the span of about 2 years.
2,400 emotes. Wow.
That is a lot of units.
That's a lot, man. Yeah.
I make a lot of emotes.
So I got a question for you. See, obviously you got a lot of work, a lot of content that you produce, like each week. Do you have time that you split between personal projects, like things that you just want to create because it's it's fun to draw or fun to craft a certain concept, or do you strictly do business side first and then if you got time, or like how do you balance that stuff?
Those are my warm-up projects. So I do warm-ups at the beginning of the stream. And I just like the Sea of Thieves t-shirt was a warm-up. I just did that within an hour and a half. So
Nice.
Wow.
I vectored it and sent it off like, oh, I'm done. This is it. Next project. I got it. I make a fair amount of things every day. Like I think I average between 7 and 15 emotes a night, and logos go within 5 to 6 hours depending on client input.
Wow.
Because I do it live, so
That's impressive, man.
Oh, that's actually really probably amazing for workflow too. If like you're streaming what you're making, then your client could be like, "Oh no, the colors don't really look right" or something, and then you be like, "Okay, cool, change it, done." No correspondence.
Yeah.
it's the best
Yeah, that's
like
great.
piece of like it's right in front of you. And designers, I talked to a lot of designers, a lot of friends that do design, and like, I can't really stream it because I get so nervous. I'm like, I can get this stuff done faster if they're standing there looking at me like, this is good, this is good, we can move on next. Okay, next. This is okay. This is good. Yes, no. All right, we're good.
Kind of stokes the fire,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
great
just like I'm just here to churn it out for you. That's all I want. This is smooth as butter.
We
That's the best way to put it.
we did that with the Midnight Coup emote. Actually,
That was a really hard gun to draw, by the way.
the perspective and fitting that inside of an emote square was a challenge, and I ended up sending you a couple different references when we were talking on stream.
And they all look different. Like the gun the size looked different in every single picture.
Yep.
I'm like, is that the same goddamn gun? You're sending me.
I literally logged on to Meme's computer and took a shot of me holding the gun on my hunter, obviously, and yeah, it was a fascinating process.
Oh yeah, people really. I didn't think anybody would enjoy watching that. For 7 to 10 hours a day, and I was wrong. So wrong.
Yeah, no, like watching any art or just any craft really is super, super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So like with all the time that you're doing art, do you have much time to play the video games too?
I play Destiny with my buddy Silencer at like 6 a.m. for a couple hours.
Okay.
And we
Wow.
we just tool around for a bit. Like we've been playing together ever since I think Crota came out. And he's been like a big part of like my Destiny time.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
It's
So
amazing
Hunter,
how
Titan, Warlock. What are you?
Hunter.
Yeah, damn
Good
right.
man. Good man.
Mhm.
it's
Luckily,
amazing
Hope's
how
not here to
friendships
yell at
can kind of like form and like bond and like kind of be fed over like in a video game, right? It's like that time you spend just like running strikes or playing PvP or just even like out on patrol, like collecting materials. Like there's always like banter and back and forth, and you end up like talking about the weirdest things together. But like friendships really do form in a game like this. It's amazing like that.
Yeah, the my clan, when I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but during the release of The Taken King, right before that, I was diagnosed with a muscle disease, and I couldn't really like use my hands, and I couldn't see out of one eye. I had an eye patch on.
Wow.
I couldn't walk. I couldn't really work.
Wow.
It's a neurological autoimmune disease, so everything like wasn't firing, and we would just sit and like on the moon and just like run around because I couldn't play PvP. Like there was no me shooting anything, so like my clan basically kept me sane because I couldn't leave the house. I couldn't do anything else, so I was just playing Destiny all day basically, and not doing anything that was like I couldn't run a strike or anything like that. Like sometimes I could, and sometimes I couldn't.
Yo, that's wild. You're really into weightlifting, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it was
Powerlifting.
Was that
Yeah.
because of getting diagnosed, or were you into weightlifting before that?
I was bodybuilding as a hobby before then, and then I was at my bartending job, and all of a sudden I got double vision, and it kind of spiraled out of control, and then I couldn't like swallow water or like chew food,
Wow.
and this eye like it didn't coordinate anymore, so the eye patch to like stop it from moving. So once I had a surgery called a thymectomy where they split up my sides and pulled out my thymus gland. and that therapy pretty much put me in a remission with I take medication every 3 or 4 hours, but it's been quite the ride.
Yeah,
And Destiny's been there the entire time for me.
That's wild, man. I'd imagine the creative streams and the artwork goes really well also with that recovery, right?
Yeah. Like what was that? I got the laptop, and I was like, oh man, I'd really like to get into doing some more art, and then I couldn't really draw right when I got sick. So I had all these ideas, like all the things I want to do. Because when you get into surgery, you realize all the things you wanted to do might not happen. Like,
yeah,
that's why I do so much every day. I try to squeeze the most out of every single interaction.
It's wild, man.
Right? Yeah, because you never know what it's like to not have it and not have that option until you go through it.
Yep.
And then you miss all the little tiny things that you could do before. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Wow, what a crazy story.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome that you had your clan there to kind of help you through that too.
Yeah.
They saved my sanity. Trust me, they saved my sanity.
I can imagine.
We got a little Destiny news to talk about. Did you guys read the TWAB this week?
I skimmed it and saw Titan skating, and then I was like, all right.
Yeah. So first of all, Crimson Days is returning February 12th. Is that next week? That's next week.
Next week, yep.
Yeah.
It'll be here through the 19th. There's going to be some new rewards to find. The Vow is a new solar bow that you can earn. They're bringing back the Chocolate Ghost.
Yeah, Chocolate Ghost.
Looks
But not the
delicious.
Crimson Ghost.
Not the Crimson Ghost.
Not
Not
the
Crimson?
glittery Crimson boy. No.
Why not? Watch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The crimson was nice. It was all sparkly.
I didn't do it.
Yeah,
Brian.
I liked it. Watch.
Yeah.
Me too. I
Why would you
farmed
do
for that
this?
thing against my own sanity. And I hated every second of it.
It had the perfect amount of glitter on it.
You're dead. It was glittery.
Yeah.
There's going to be a Crimson Days Bungie Bounty Thursday, February 14th at 11 a.m. This is the first time they've done a Bungie Bounty in a long time.
It's been a while, yeah.
Is this the first one of Forsaken?
I don't remember
Maybe.
since Forsaken launched.
Yeah, I don't know.
Last time I played doubles with my buddy Silencer was probably D1, so I'm gonna say, yeah, this is the first one for since Forsaken.
Yeah.
And the next thing they talk about is specifically for PC players, the Titan skating is getting addressed. So I'm going to read a little bit about this. Titans among you were quick to realize that they could break the sound barrier through some tricky input methods. Sandbox team has been hard at work looking at ways to address the issue without impacting general movement for the Titan class. We're currently planning changes to be implemented in Destiny 2 Update 2.2.0 coming in March to address Titan skating.
Good.
So this is a big
Yeah.
deal.
It is, yeah.
Big
On
deal.
PC, this doesn't work on console, but on PC, people are able to use macros or to use the scroll wheel to rapidly hit the jump button and really, really get the Titans going fast. Now, Titan skating has been a term that's been around since Destiny 1, but the Titan skating on PC in Destiny 2 it's a different animal. It's much faster.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Yep.
And I gotta say, I'm really happy they're addressing this. Like, I like Titan skating in Destiny 1. I thought it was actually a good addition to the game.
Same.
But in Destiny 2, it gives Titans a level of mobility that is hard to defend against.
Extremely hard, yeah.
Especially if they have an
Yeah.
overshield and a shotgun.
Yeah, if they got one eye
I
mask
mean,
Yeah.
if they make hunters 20% faster, I'll be fine with that too.
to balance it out.
I like
Yeah.
this
I mean-
man's ideas.
Yeah.
Hunters should be the fastest class. It should be.
You're right.
That's just common sense.
You
That
are
is
They got
right.
the
common
most
sense.
mobility
I
stat.
got lots of mobility.
Yeah. All those.
But no, Titans are the fastest. Yeah, that makes sense.
So wasn't it a year ago? Almost a year ago when we discovered Titan skating in the community.
It was the Go Fast update was when
Mhm.
Is that
Mhm.
it
March?
was discovered again because they redid the catapult jump to basically include more momentum at the start of the jump. And so, with PC, faster FPS, faster inputs, or you can basically abuse that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So about a year ago. and now it's getting fixed. All right. They said it was a tough one to fix because it was deep in the code.
Yeah,
and,
right. Because
tied to frame
they
rates.
didn't want to take it away and then have the Titan jump feel really bad. So they had to make sure that the Titan jump still felt good and it performed the way that it's supposed to, and get rid of Titan skating. So it's rough.
Yeah.
They addressed that specifically too. They say that
Yeah.
if you're not using a macro, you shouldn't feel any difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. That's good.
I'm wondering what the actual change was, because they didn't really say what the exact change was, other than you can't do it anymore.
Yeah. I would love to know what they had to change to get rid of the Titan skating.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. How deep in the
Took a
code?
hammer to his knee. That's basically
There it is. Capped him.
Took some of the fuel out of their jetpacks, so they can't just go as quick.
They changed the formula for the jetpack.
Took out the VTEC.
There you go.
Stripped off some of the decals because it's making it go quick. Yeah.
No more flames.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Do you guys have a prediction of what the PC meta is going to be? With
probably still people using one-eyed mask, because that thing's busted.
Yeah, it's really
Probably,
good still.
it's not
One-eyed
as good
mask.
though if you can't just suddenly fly across the map and shotgun somebody.
Gate,
It's
and I
really
still
good.
feel busted on my Titan, where I'm like, wait, how did I win that engagement? Oh, one-eyed mask. Cool.
All right,
Awesome.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I haven't used one-eyed mask in PvP. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it'll.
either.
Yeah, I don't think it'll change the meta too much. We will probably see less Titans, because a lot of people only play Titan because of Titan skating.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
Won't this affect speedruns too? Because a lot of speedruns have.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
In a lot of the official speedruns, they don't allow Titan skating to make it just, I don't know, fair across the board.
Yeah.
So that should be fine. Yeah, I don't know. You might see some of those people that were only playing Titan because they could Titan skate, maybe switch to something else. So
They'll
you might
probably
see
swap
more
Warlock.
hunters. Do you think so?
No,
Not
I think they'll
Hunter?
swap Warlock, because that's the next. That class is capable of a form of skating
That's true.
without macros, and it's easier to do than, or you just see more benefit for it than Titan, than like trying to skate on a Titan.
Yeah. Should I try Titan skating or Titan macroing before it goes away?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I've not done it once to this
You
day.
should. Try it before it disappears forever.
I'm surprised by that, Tefty. It's actually pretty fun. You can get yourself going so fast that you can run into a wall and kill yourself.
I'll be honest. I don't want to have to macro button to it.
No, you don't have to.
Not
Just
that
bind-
difficult.
Just bind scroll
Yeah.
wheel.
I use
Just bind
scroll
scroll
wheel. I use it. I scroll up for my connect, scroll down for my energy.
Okay, well, just unbind it for jump, just for this one time.
It's for science.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in my ways, man.
And how do you use scroll wheel for swapping weapons? Like,
No, scroll
I feel like
up.
that's gonna. God, I feel like I accidentally hit my scroll wheel enough that I just accidentally
Really?
swap weapons when I don't want to. Yeah.
Really?
I never do that.
No, I don't either.
It's actually really convenient. I always know that if I scroll up, I get my kinetic. If I scroll down, I get my energy. And then
No,
I,
that's
Yeah, that's
that is
smart.
good. Yeah.
Like, I've used it on a lot of games, just the scroll wheel like defaults to like changing your weapon, but having it in Destiny where you can actually select which one it is, that's actually pretty smart.
yeah, I
didn't
made
think
my
of that.
power weapon Q, so I never. So like again, the regular weapons are always scroll up or
That's
scroll
bad,
down,
man.
and then Q for my power.
So I
weapon.
remapped Tilda to one of my mouse buttons.
Oh, nice. There you go.
So I can just like tap it to switch weapons or hold it to switch to a power weapon.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
This is why I haven't swapped to PC yet. This sounds so confusing.
You can't get a little
You have so many
confusing.
options. Or you
I
just
don't
plug
like
in a
options.
controller.
I
You
don't
can just
like
plug in a controller. It's fine.
True.
Then I'll be at disadvantage. That's the.
No,
that's-
you're not.
Not
You're
really.
not.
In PvP, it looks like I would be. I don't know.
No, trust me, you're
Looks
really not.
scary.
It is scary, but like, you got aim assist, and you got a bunch of people that think that, oh yeah, mouse and keyboard, I'll shit on everyone, and then they just don't. So it's great.
Yeah.
Controller's totally fine.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Controller is fine. You can there are people at legend rank that
I feel like I'm getting
controllers.
baited in right now for a for a purchase.
Go follow Drewski. Check out Drewski on stream. He plays on PC with
Actually, I'm making his emotes in about a month. Yeah,
There you go.
There you go.
he's on my
really
list.
good. Like
Yeah.
I like watching him, and he plays on a controller on PC.
Yeah.
We're also getting a couple of hardcover Destiny books. One is the Destiny Comic Collection Volume 1, which will be available this summer.
That's
Sold out.
cool.
And
It's
the
not sold
Grimoire
out, it's
Anthology
pre-order.
Volume 2 is
The pre-order,
coming
I thought it was.
this fall.
The pre-order
So-
was sold out.
That's what
It-
I heard.
Already? That was quick.
The store shows that it's currently unavailable. You have to basically select, not pre-order, but you have to basically select when it becomes available. It's some weird thing with Bungie Store right now. I saw Mylan tweet about it, so I'll assume that
Did you guys get
released it.
Volume 1
I did, yeah.
of the
Yep.
Grimoire
No.
Anthology?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a cool little emblem.
Now you
People,
once you get one, you got to get the whole set, right?
Gotta get the whole thing.
yeah. I didn't realize, and now it's sold out. I'm like, what?
It's gonna
Well,
look
they'll
so
make more.
naked. What if you get like Volume 1 and Volume 3?
Oh
but you
God!
can never get Volume 2.
Jesus,
It'll be an
Have you
EP
thought about
for
this,
like
Tefty?
$400.
Brian, you're making me like anxious, man.
I did the opposite of that. I
Sweating.
didn't buy Mass Effect 1 or play it. I didn't buy Mass Effect 3 or play it. I only played Mass Effect 2.
Well, that's the best one anyway.
That's feasible. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like people jumping into
There's a
Destiny
story
2.
that could be told that you did it right.
Yeah, it's like people playing Destiny 2 as their first Destiny game.
I hope they played Forsaken first.
Yeah.
Good point.
What if
Yeah.
they played D2 launch first and loved the way that it was?
They're
Now they
probably
must-
really disappointed right now.
Yikes.
They
Yeah.
must
I
be
bet there's a
really
lot of people out there like that. You know,
I
'cause
bet there is,
Destiny 2 launched as a much more casual, friendly game,
Yeah.
and a lot of people, may come into Forsaken and be like, "I ain't got time for this. This is craziness."
Exactly.
It was so jarring to change when the beta dropped. It was like in PvP, I feel like I was stuck in mud.
Yeah.
Like everything
from
was in
D1,
slow
yeah.
motion.
End of D1
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
to D2 beta. Yeah, it was definitely different, especially on console.
It was a lot
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Like I hardly used my hunter without Bones or EO in Destiny 1.
Yeah.
And the hunter just doesn't feel the same in Destiny 2.
No, warlocks are more hunter than hunters are right now.
This man gets it.
Yes.
He understands our plight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a gunslinger through and through, and it was just like,
Yeah.
like where's my sure shot at where you could fire to somebody's ankle and they blow up, but
Yeah.
you got to 2-tap everybody with a golden gun. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I can go on for days about how hunters are just being left in the mud, but I won't.
Yes.
I won't go on a diatribe right now.
Oh, I welcome it. Pope's not here
Yeah.
to stop
That's
it.
true.
Exactly.
That's true. Pope, there's no one here that will stop you. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to bring my
We're just-
conspiracy board.
we're just gonna be
With
saying
my
amen all the
pins on
time.
it.
Yeah. Ever since Blade Dancer, man. Once Blade Dancer took off and people in the forums were saying, you can clear out a whole team, kill everybody on B, then jump over to A and everybody's dead. Blade Dancer's overpowered. And then it was like, well, there goes hunters.
Forever.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah,
just
retro
kill them.
blades they're pretty good. They're damn good right now.
Mhm.
Look, they're the outlier, okay? And even fellow hunters are like, man, spectral blades are bullshit.
They need blink though. If they had blink, it'd be
Oh, it'd be so sweet.
Yeah, it'd be a game
It
changer.
would
Just so
be,
clutch.
the people would be real mad.
Yep.
good.
They're
It needs
already
it.
real mad.
Yeah.
Nova Warp can blink.
We've had a year.
This is a good trade-off.
We've had a year of macro skating for Titans. I think it's time that hunters get thrown something that we can abuse for a
Yeah,
while.
hunters have never
Macro
had skating.
blinking.
Yeah.
Hunters had never had any form of skating. I think now is a perfect opportunity to introduce that. Warlocks had it, Titans had it. Hunters is our time to shine.
Hunter
Give us Bones of AO back, and the
Okay.
perk says you
I'm
can
okay with
skate.
that.
And it just
What
says
was
What if they
make
what
you
if they do
blink
that like
further? That was
Bungie
an exotic, right?
literal
That-
thing
Hmm?
and give us literal skateboards? Like
Like an emote.
no,
Here's your emo
like
hunters.
boots with Zubies on the bottom.
Oh my god.
I like this. I like
Like
this.
heel sliding down everywhere.
Yeah. What are those things called?
Like
Heelys?
Jet Set Radio. What is that? What are you
Yeah.
flying off
Yeah.
stuff?
Oh, now I just want to play Jet Set Radio.
You're welcome.
They should make it so you can dodge skate. Some sort of like.
You know what? Hunters should be able to run off walls. There we go.
Oh my god!
Oh, the
Briar.
Dreamcast
Oh my
version.
goodness. Briar hasn't.
Super Brothers.
Uh,
That soundtrack is still stuck in my head.
Oh, it's a damn good game. I did want to say, did you guys get to watch Bife's feature film last week?
I did
I
not.
think
little
I'm
bit of
about
it.
an hour in.
Yeah.
Got like 30 minutes left.
Look, that was impressive. It was like a good hour and 20 minutes of just the last word. Like it felt like a feature film, like a documentary movie. It was a phenomenal video.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely need to see this because I did
I
not get a
haven't
chance to watch
started
it yet.
It's got a ton of original art in it, and it's got Bife kind of telling the story of the last word in Thorn. A bunch of community members. I know Holtz, you did some voice acting in it. It's a damn good video.
I'm trying to remember the name of the artist, and I don't want to say the name of the comic because it's a lesbian BDSM comic that's probably not safe for work. I can't pronounce
Might
his
as well
name
say it
either
now.
because
The name is.
I don't know where you work, but it's fine for my work.
Sunstone.
Go
By the way,
on.
Yeah, it's called Sunstone. I've
I'm
been
so
following
not
the
Googling
artist
it
for a
right
long
now.
time.
I'm gonna try to pronounce the artist. This is an extremely renowned comic artist who did some work for the video. Stefan Sajic.
Sajic sounds good.
There's a lot of weird, curves and dashes above the letters, so I'm just gonna go with
okay.
that. But yeah, he does a lot of work. He's done a lot of stuff for DC Comics as well.
Like a legit comic artist.
Yes, like
which,
legit comic artist.
When I saw that they were going to be working together, I was just like, wow, that's great. That's a big deal.
Mhm.
And Forbes also tweeted about it, which is a huge,
Saw that.
has a huge
Yeah.
presence online. Yeah, it's taken off, and it's amazing. It's amazing when someone puts so much work into something, and it's so many people putting so much work into something, and everyone's just saying how amazing it is.
That's cool.
He's
really happy
been
for
working
Bife.
on
That's
that
awesome.
video for years, right?
Yeah.
think so,
He was
yeah.
talking about, I remember he had meetings, I think, with all of us back in D1 about that video. He's been working on that script for a very long time.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And it was perfect timing because we just got new lore about it,
That
Absolutely.
feels so bad. It feels so bad to be done with the video, and then the day you want to release the video, more lore drops for the thing they could have added.
Yeah, but in a way, it keeps the door open for future stuff. Obviously,
Yeah. Right? This is just part one. We should all start tweeting Bife. When's part two?
yeah.
But it
I'm
says
ready.
it says the complete story. It can do just the complete story part 2. There we go.
Yo, it said Final Fantasy 2. There's been 18 of those.
Yeah, they've all
That's
been
true.
the Final
That's
Oh,
Fantasy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Very good
That's
point.
true.
exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
also in the Crimson Days, there's a really sweet hoodie that you can get. I actually really like the hoodie. The hoodie is
I
one
need
of the
more
better
hoodies.
looking pieces of clothing. So I think you have to finish all of the triumphs to
Let me
be
see
able
this.
to buy it from the store.
I have to click on triumphs.
No,
You have to complete all of the Crimson Days triumphs.
Do you have to actually click
to
on
be
them?
able to maybe.
Briar.
This is a nice hoodie. I like this hoodie.
It's nice. It's
I'm not
good.
like
It's
you,
got
Tiffany.
it's got the arrows, it's got
Yeah.
hearts and stuff. It's really cool.
I don't
like it a
have
lot.
some kind of theoretical thing that keeps me from doing this. I don't have a
What?
it's not that I don't want to
What?
click on triumphs, or that there's some kind of force that keeps me from the triumphs. I just don't. There's no reason to do it. I just don't go into that tab.
I don't know what you're talking about, Briar. My goodness.
If you want the hoodie, Tefty, you got to press the
There's
button.
no reason to do it. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't go around
I just don't
collecting
I've never gone in there.
random ships in D1, on planets for no reason. I mean, that's totally didn't do it for Grimoire score. It totally did not happen.
Yeah.
100 Rumble wins? Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, sure, let's do that.
I think that's The only things I didn't complete in D1 were the 100 Rumble wins and 100 doubles wins. Like that was it.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, it was for no reason whatsoever, just like for 5 points. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. We're in.
Also, it's worth noting about the bow for the Valentine's event. They're actually opening that up to all players. So people who don't have Forsaken, haven't experienced the bow yet,
Ooh,
they're going to be able to get this bow to actually try out
that's
this.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
sweet.
So this is all happening next week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Crimson Days.
What day does Anthem come out, Tefty?
On PC, it's going to be the
Thursday.
14th. Yeah, which it's Love Day at 2:30 West Coast time.
I'm gonna be banging out some Crimson doubles for 2 days.
That's a way to put it. Yeah.
I have the exact same plans.
Yeah.
Did they talk about any like PvE activities in here, or is it just?
Yeah.
They said there are some. There will be quests to do, and not all of it will be PvP. There will be PvE related.
But it's mostly the Crimson Doubles is like the highlight.
That's probably going to be the best way to actually
to grind stuff out.
To go grind it. Yeah, the bounties will send you to both PvE and PvP activities. There will be 4 daily bounties and 1 weekly bounty, which calls for you to duo the Nightfall with your partner. All right, so get that modifier card, set it to heavyweight solar or heavyweight arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Thunderlord stuff. Sweet.
It's going to be a conundrum whether or not I click on those triumphs. I'm worried about it.
Did you see the sweatshirt yet? Have you like gone and
I did. I just looked at it right now. It looks cool.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out where is this sweatshirt at?
You got to scroll way down.
Around for it.
Do you have the DCP chat open?
Yeah.
All right, here. I'll put a link to
There
the
you
article
go.
and just scroll down to the bottom.
Yeah, scroll on the bottom. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. Is it worth me clicking on those triumphs though?
Yes.
We could convince memes to do it behind your back.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because she probably wants that hoodie.
Whoa.
She probably wants to steal another one of your hoodies.
that is an invasion. In a marriage, to
It's
even
for a
like
hoodie.
survive something like that.
Pandora's box. If Memes
is
is
for
allowed
a
to click on my triumphs, oh my god,
Memes wants the hoodie. We're gonna get Memes the hoodie.
she can earn it on her own account.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Damn.
Maybe she
Just
wants
have
2.
my code for the hoodie.
Case of laundry day.
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
While
While you're in
one
the middle
thing
of
I like
playing
try to
Anthem.
keep out of my ladies' hands are my hoodies. And please don't take my hoodie.
Yeah,
Please.
it's precious, man.
Yeah. That's my limited Wu-Tang hoodie, baby. Please. I need that one. Take the dogs out for a walk. Not in that one, please. Not that
Yeah,
one.
limited
seeing
walk
the tiny
cycles.
bow. I'm seeing the tiny bow emote for the first time right now, and I kind of just fell in love with that.
Yeah, the bow emote's pretty cool. I like that one.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Is this bow that they're showing right now like legendary? Is there anything special with it?
Yeah, it has Archer's Tempo and Rapid Hit on it.
Nice.
So it draws faster. And then I think the way Rapid Hit works with bows is that like reload stat does work on bows and it allows you like knock an arrow quicker. So you hit a precision shot, a Rapid Hit allows you to reload quicker, and then if you hit a precision shot, you draw the bow quicker. So it's like your heartbeat is rapidly going up.
Doki Doki.
Doki Doki.
It better. Oh, I'm sad. It's not called Doki Doki.
For the
Are you explaining Doki Doki to people?
I don't want to.
I'll watch you play the game. That's okay. No, it's
Yeah.
Doki Doki is the expression when your heart beats faster.
Mm-hmm.
Doki Doki.
Lost all of our podcast audience right there. Go on.
No, people are just spamming tough Doki in chat. It's fine.
I'm so jealous you guys are going to Japan. I would love to go back
to it.
We are. It's going to be exciting.
I wish I was going to Japan.
I
That's
invited
a fun
you.
trip.
Too many
We
games.
invited you while we were all drunk at Guardian Con.
Too many-
Why don't you remember?
There's too many games.
I sent a DM. I'll have you know.
I know, but like there's a financial commitment. All right. Beams and I
You
can't.
can stream in Japan.
We can't just run off to Japan for a month, man.
It's not a month.
It's like
A
2.5 weeks.
You're only going for 2.5 weeks?
Yes.
Who said a month? I didn't even hear a month. I was like,
If I'm going to go across the
Not a
ocean, I'm staying for at least a month.
So you want to the only way you'll go is if you stay for a month, but a month is too long, so you can't go.
See, here's the issue. We have family. we have family over in the Philippines. If I go to Japan, if Memes and I go to Japan,
You have to go to the
it
Philippines.
would be very, very difficult for us not to visit the Philippines. And if we're visiting the Philippines, we're not going to spend 2 weeks, a week in Japan and a week in the Philippines, especially with a plane flight like that. It's going to be at least a
You'd
month.
have to keep it on the download, Tefty. Like, only post
Yeah, just
pictures
don't
to
tell
Twitter
anyone.
from like inside McDonald's in Japan. So they just think you're in the
Eating
U.S. all the
McDonald's
time.
the
today.
family's going to find
Taco
out.
Bell today. Don't worry about the
You're not
Japanese
escaping that bullet, my
letters.
friend.
It's fine.
So,
Why is the menu in Haiku? I don't know. It's San Francisco.
yeah.
They're trying to be cool. I don't know what's going on.
I mean,
Tefty, you're on West Coast too. Like that's not a long flight.
what? It's 18 hours.
It's not a long flight.
It's
not
the same as
18.
us going to
It's-
Florida.
It's literally like
I think
9
we gotta
hours.
do the math on
Here,
that.
okay.
It's like an hour longer than
type it
going
right
to
now.
Florida.
You guys
and I
are
end up
wrong.
in Japan instead
No.
of fucking
I know from
You
Ohio.
guys are
I
wrong.
know from
You're
Atlanta,
going
it's
the
12
wrong
hours.
way, Tefty.
12-hour flight.
SFO to the Philippines
It's
is
10
18
hours.
hours. 10 hours?
It's 10 hours. It's
10 to
literally 10
Japan?
hours. Yes,
Yeah.
it's literally 10 hours.
I've been there. It's a 12-hour flight from Atlanta.
Huh.
And what
See?
is it?
It's
Florida
Atlanta?
6.
For me, it's 3. Or
Wait,
2.5.
3 hours? What?
From Cleveland to Florida is 2.5 hours.
Oh,
Well, you're
okay.
already
I thought
halfway
we were talking
there.
about- I thought we were talking about Japan.
No, not Japan.
Phil Dog says
I
it's a
do wanna go
16-hour
back.
flight from California to Japan.
Well, then you're taking you're not doing a nonstop flight. It's 10 hours. I don't know why it would
See, I
be
think
longer for you
you
in
guys-
California than me.
Because I think you guys...
It's not going to be an extra 6 hours.
No, I mean, you guys are like equilateral to Japan in Washington. California,
It's
we'd
not
have to
gonna
fly
take you
up.
an extra 6 hours.
You know, the hypotenuse, the Pythagorean theorem, and all, you know what I'm saying? Longer distance.
Can you keep explaining that, please? Just going for like another.
The flight time from Los
That would be
Angeles,
awesome.
California to Tokyo, Japan is 11 hours and 28 minutes.
I couldn't
Huh.
find it on Urban Dictionary.
All of
Where'd
you
you
are
find it?
mad.
Huh.
I used a thing called Google. This is
Oh.
why so many people ask questions in chat, because even Breyer can't use Google properly.
all I know...
Choose not to.
Listen, all I know is that every time my parents-in-law, my mother-in-law is literally going to the Philippines tomorrow. All right, her flight.
Is she taking
Nonstop.
10 flights?
No, she's taking a nonstop flight to Manila.
But that's the
18
Philippines.
hours. But this is what I'm saying. If I visit Japan, there is no way that we could not also visit the Philippines, either first
Okay,
or
so
after.
what's the flight time from Japan to the Philippines?
I'm gonna say 5 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah, I'm spotting 4 or
Okay.
5 hours on that.
Might be less than it actually.
Are there any microtransactions
4
on that
hours.
flight?
Boom.
Yeah, 4 hours.
4 hours. So you can take a 10-hour flight, 12-hour, 11-hour flight from California to Japan, and then you can fly 4 hours to the Philippines like 2 weeks later.
There you
It'll,
go.
it'll probably be faster because of like the jet stream and stuff too. You might get there in like 8 hours.
Got to factor in the jet stream in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, it's at least a month of a vacation. At minimum a month. There's no way I'm gonna
You need
jump
a
on a
travel
plane.
planner. That's all. That's all you need is a travel planner. You'd be in and out 3 weeks.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna take the time to fly somewhere, you know, this is how I think
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
half a day.
Yeah.
It's half. You're not getting a ship. You're not going to be on the water for 2 weeks. All right. You're going to be in the air for a 1 day. You're gonna be
Are you
in the air
taking
one
a
day going
boat,
back.
Tefty?
That's 2 days.
I mean, it'd be an interesting trip
Boats-
if it was on a boat, but no. But maybe.
Boats
May-
are not planes.
I feel like a boat would be better because you can walk around a boat, you can go swimming, you know, like it's a
This
lot
is
of
the
fun being on a
1800s.
boat.
It's not going to take that long. Okay. It's not going to take that long.
10 hours.
It's the
You
same
get on a
thing.
plane,
if-
you have a crappy movie, you watch a bad movie, you get off.
But here's the thing:
That's
if
it.
I'm going to see, that's vacation time. I don't want to be rushed. If I'm exploring a new place, I don't want to be like, well, we got 2 more days. We need to see everything. You know, like that's how I feel.
You can see everything in like Tokyo in like 4 days, literally.
But that's
go
just
to next
Tokyo,
city.
though.
I know you go to next. That's 4 days. You go to
Have
next
done a
city.
full plan because we've been there many times. We did a full plan for everybody. You just have to follow us.
You're just bad at planning. That's all that is.
I'm just saying that like my thought process is I gotta enjoy that trip extended. It's gotta be a long trip, and it's just difficult to do that right now.
You could stream from a stream place in Japan.
Stream house?
Cool.
Tokyo Stream House.
There are a lot of games coming out. I mean, like today I was playing
April's kind of dead though,
demo.
so we're fine.
What's that?
April's kind of dead though, so.
Oh yeah, April's totally dead.
There's nothing going on in April. Like after you've gotten to the end game and literally gotten everything in Division 2 after 2 weeks, then you don't even have to play Sekiro, right?
Right.
Yeah,
it comes out March 22nd. It gives me a solid month to play Sekiro, to finish the game. A single player game. Story game. I think that's long enough.
Like I felt a little overwhelmed by this year's like new game releases. Like before Sunday, right? And then they just dropped Apex on us.
Right?
Oh, geez,
Like,
Lord.
oh, hey, you like games? Here's a free one. And it's awesome.
Here's a trailer. Oh, yeah. Like, they even before they dropped the trailer, they were like, guys, go download it while you watch the trailer. We're like,
What?
oh. When they announced
it's like
Apex.
It's like Netflix. They're like, guess what? New show. Watch it right now on Netflix.
And it's live now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's 10 hours of
Yeah.
a brand new amazing show.
And they did an excellent job, and it's already had 10 million unique players with that sudden surprise.
And 1 million concurrent as well.
That's incredible for a new game launch.
That is absurd. It's been 3 days.
That is wild.
There haven't been any good BRs out since Fortnite dropped, and Realm Royale kind of like trailed off for a minute.
Yeah,
People are hungry.
Blackout, Call of Duty Blackout, I think is pretty popular.
It was
Well,
pretty
everybody's been
popular. And then
trailing
people, there are a lot of problems with the game, so people are getting frustrated with it. They're like, "All right, I'm done."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This is just the perfect. There were basically no issues on launch. People could just get in and play. They weren't sitting in a queue. It wasn't crashing over and over and over again. There were some issues here and there, but compared to the launches that we've had, this was probably the best launch that I've seen in. I don't know.
I mean,
how
for an
long.
online game, yeah,
And there was
it's
no
just-
It's
beta.
amazing, yeah.
They just
Yeah.
dropped it. They didn't have any testing of
No
servers
beta.
or anything like that.
There wasn't even like a sneak peek. There wasn't even like a an article in Game Informer. Like
The
we had
only
no
thing we
idea
heard
this
about
thing
it were like
existed.
a couple tweets, like a few days. We're like, hey, we think they're going to announce like a BR or something like after the Super Bowl, and we're
They
like,
had like a press and YouTube influencers come out last week to see
Yeah.
it, and some of them like kind of leaked it a little bit. But
I heard Titanfall 2 BR. Like I thought it was gonna be an addition.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Titanfall 2 BR. Let's play that. Like it's a standalone game. I'm like, that's
The whole
amazing.
thing.
Yeah.
It's in the
and
Titanfall
they've done it
universe.
they've done it so well too. Like the things that they've done to battle royale genre has been amazing. The pings that are in there, so you don't need to communicate with your team at all via voice if you don't like doing that, if you feel uncomfortable doing that, or you don't have a mic. You can do literally everything
Yeah.
by just pinging with a mouse. And
it's
plus
so easy to do too, right?
It's so easy. It's so
context
intuitive.
sensitive based on what you're pinging on.
Mhm.
That it announces to your teammates like, there's an enemy over here, there's a weapon on the ground here, there's armor over here.
Exactly.
Let's
like,
go over here.
You can inspect your inventory and like ping like a weapon spot. Like I need a stock for my sniper, and it'll just say that instead of you having to go through like a complex sub menu of what you need.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah, you can do
awesome.
everything. And I think one of the most frustrating things for people that don't like BRs or maybe aren't as good at them is that they go down in the first 2 minutes and then they have to sit there and watch their friends play for 20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas what Respawn did is they did something so good to try and deal with that. If your teammate goes down, you can collect their tags and go and respawn them.
You mean
They
make the
respawn
game
with
fun?
nothing, but oh my god, yeah. That's a huge. Yeah, I think that's a big reason why people didn't like BRs.
That's
they were
the only
like,
reason I'm gonna try this game out. Is that single mechanic? Like
it's good.
and I'm just like I don't know. I have a lot of streamer friends. I'm sure we all do have a lot of streamer friends, and you just hate to see your friends rage at like a BR and they're dead, and their teammates are like, "Oh, we're gonna win." I'm like, and they're sitting there for like 30 minutes, like
They're just sitting there like, yeah, I think I saw a guy to your right. He was there.
Yeah.
I'm helping.
How much you want to bet that Fortnite is going to come out with that kind of thing pretty soon, like a couple months?
to respawn a teammate.
Yeah,
in
like
squad.
a respawn card that they bring out in the world.
They work so fast. It might be in 2 weeks. They work really, really fast in that game.
Because
be in there by Friday morning.
that's such a smart feature,
Right?
It's a no brainer because it's not like, oh well, you can respawn. No, your teammates have to actually put in some work. They gotta rescue the card. There is a time limit too. That thing can expire, so they can't rescue you anymore. They have to get the beacon, then they have to go to a place that has a beacon, a one-time use respawn location, and it's out in the open, and then other people can see that a ship is coming in and respawning. When I see that, I'm like, fresh meat. There's no, they ain't got no gun.
Yeah. They are helpless. They're little newborn baby deers. You can go and shoot them, and they have nothing except their ability.
There's usually some guns like right around that thing.
Oh, see that
if they're not looted.
Yeah, that's the great thing is those chests are always there at a respawn location. So you can just go to the respawn locations, loot everything, and now the people that respawn have absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're as cold as ice.
The game feels great too.
It does.
It plays smooth. There's one thing that strikes me is that when you come up to like a ledge or something and you press the jump button and you mantle, it always just does it. It feels right. Like it feels like this is an action that just a human would do, and you just move on, and like it just feels fluid and natural. Whereas so many games, like you come up against a ledge that's like knee high, and it's like an insurmountable object, or you get this like crazy animation of like scrambling.
TFP in that game?
What's that?
TF2? Do you play Titanfall 2 at all?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the fluidity of the mechanics are transferred pretty well. That was the most amazing part about the game. The PvP felt so good, and I cannot stand playing Call of Duty. I tried out Battlefield. Those are not my kind of games. But Titanfall's like, I could do this all day, and Apex is downloading forever now. I'll get to it eventually. I don't know when.
I think there's a level of like we're rooting for you respawn that's going on in the community because everybody loved Titanfall 2. Everybody who played Titanfall 2 loved it. But that game came out at like an awful time, and it just got buried in the holiday season.
It was a week. It was a week before
BF1 at the same time, right?
Yeah, and also a week.
Battlefield 1 released the
week
same
before
time.
Black Ops 3.
Yeah,
right?
Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty came out like it was like sandwiched between.
It was
those
right
two
in the
games.
middle of huge releases with bigger campaigns for them.
Yep.
For advertising campaigns.
Yeah, which is a real shame.
Titanfall 2, like that campaign, like the single player campaign, I think is one of the best single player campaigns that's come out in years and years, maybe since like the original BioShock. Like it was.
I know I liked you, Briar.
It was stupendous. Like every level felt like completely different from the last. There were so many cool ideas. There was a factory in there where they're building like towns, like these like prefab towns, and like they got these like giant arms that are like flipping neighborhoods like up and down, and you've got to like scramble like as this like town is like rotating, but you're also in the middle of a firefight.
That's so cool.
Absolutely. I want to say Titanfall 2 was free or very cheap on Steam, like very recently.
Yeah, I know it was $5 on like the Xbox store, like
was it the Xbox store? Okay.
Yeah,
the numbers,
the numbers obviously dropped, and like you said, the release window was sabotage for it, unfortunately.
And now to see Respawn having like this mega hit,
right?
Like it feels
so I want to bring this up because we're talking about Titanfall 2. The criticism that I have seen of Apex Legends right now is that it's not enough Titanfall 2. Like it's slower.
I have seen that a lot.
There's no wall running. Obviously, there's no mechs. Apparently, developers came out and said putting mechs and wall running compromised a lot of the strategy in the BR, so they had to remove those things. And the weapons, is a lot of similar weapons in the game, but they have been retuned and adjusted for the BR. Now, I also want to say that like I have enjoyed it. It is a BR, so if you like BRs, you're probably going to love it. If you hate BRs, there might be something in there that you really like, but chances are you're still going to hate the things that you don't like about BRs because it is a BR still. Like
simple solution, all mech BR.
Yeah.
50 mechs BR.
There you go.
Make it happen.
Nailed it.
Ship it.
I feel like there's a countdown timer to when they put a mech in that game.
They have to, like one mech or just having two mechs in the game.
They could do like how they drop care packages.
Yeah,
they could show it on the map where it's dropping, and then everyone just gets to it. That would be pretty.
Yeah.
That'd be exciting. Yeah,
so that would be a really fun mode.
So I want to say again, the movement is top notch. Sliding, running, it feels fantastic. The guns is a mixed bag for me. There's only like a few of them that I feel that are good feeling, like consistent good feeling guns, and it's usually a scout or a sniper or a shotgun. Most of the other guns I didn't jive with. It felt
the time to kill is so long in that game that anything that doesn't, like, whatever you can do to shorten it is gonna be a preferred weapon, whether it be a shotgun or, like you said, a sniper rifle. Like anything you can do that has any bit a faster time to kill. It just feels like it takes 1 million assault rifle bullets to put
exactly.
down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like anything that's automatic feels like it just takes so many bullets to kill somebody. But it's also being ignorant to the game. Like I don't know the different levels of armor and how they affect the bullets. Apparently, if you have a legendary, or a purple helmet, you do more crit damage with your guns. So like that's important. If somebody's wearing,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you're wearing a purple helmet, you're automatically getting more headshot damage. It's like, okay, that can make a huge difference right there for time to kill, especially if your shots.
Do you take less damage if you're wearing a purple helmet, or do you just have more health?
You have more shields.
More shield. Or actually,
but it doesn't modify the damage input.
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know.
I don't think it affects your shield. So you can have 200 max health. If you have max shield and max health, you have 200. So that's the absolute max that you can have. And then I think you have like the purple stuff that changes. Yeah, like Tufty said, how much damage you do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In some other games, it's been like a helmet not only gives you more larger health pool, but also reduces the amount of damage that is incoming. So, for instance, it may take 2 sniper rifle shots.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But
so how did the sniper film the game? I'm
really good.
I'm into it.
It's got a lot of bullets, travel time, and drop, and all that. So you got to account for that. But it feels
there's more than one sniper too. There's like basically 3. I think like
the
3
longbow,
different,
the triple take, and then the Kramer. And the Kramer is a legendary one shot.
And also
Krager?
the scout. There's the scout too, which is like a.
I wouldn't really
The
call that a
G7
sniper though. It did 30.
Doing fun stuff with it.
It did 30 damage though per shot.
You got to hit crits. It's great. You got to hit your crits.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think like I take a sniper as like it's going to be big damage when you hit. The scouts are going to take a lot of bullets.
But the weapons feel great. It has Respawn, has their movement, their gunplay down. They're just like Bungie in that regard. They take that stuff, very seriously, and it shows, because like that's basically the only thing that makes me want to play Apex. Is it's very fun to move around. The Pathfinder class has like a zip line and like a grappling hook that you can just fly around on. It's great.
If you slide downhill, you go faster than running.
Very fast.
Sliding is super fun. You stay sliding for a long time too. Like you don't just come out of it like in Destiny. You can you hold slide and you can just slide up to someone really slowly, like just basically ever so slightly creeping in.
Yeah, it's super nice.
It's a mix of so many things that they've done so well. The movement feels great. The guns feel great. They've added mechanics that aren't in BRs right now that make them much more user-friendly and less frustrating. And then you have the different classes, and each of the legends have really cool personalities. I love the lines that they say. They're all very unique. So maybe you want to play that character because you really like the personality of the character. So they've just hit on a lot of things that make it really fun. And I'm not someone who really likes BRs, but this game I could play for 15 hours and still not be done. Like I just keep playing. It's so good. It's really fun.
I played it.
So if you don't like BRs, it's free. Give it a try. See what you think about it. And you don't have anything to lose. It's a free game.
I hate BRs, and I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah,
it's free.
I think that's the main takeaway. It's free. Try it out. See if you like it.
Yeah, for sure. People come in all the time and they're like, I'm on the fence about trying it. I'm like, why? It's free.
Yeah.
I had a bad experience.
I will say though, even though the communication with the pinging is awesome, if you can find a couple of people to play with, it is way more enjoyable to play with a team and like coordinate your movements and be talking. Like it is way more fun to play BRs with a team who's communicating. It just adds so much to the experience.
Yeah, for sure.
And you get to laugh when, people fall into a waterfall.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, overshoot the supply drop. Yeah.
Try and res someone on the ship,
Oh.
and you both fall off.
Yeah.
Both are sliding off the edge. That's fun.
It's pretty great.
So is there
You guys
one
get
map
a-
right now, or is there multiple maps for the?
Just one
Only
map,
one,
yeah.
Just one.
There's one.
Only
map,
one?
Yeah.
Did you guys get a chance to check out the Division 2 beta that's going on right
Tefty's
now?
banned, so
I'm banned, yeah. I'm a bad boy.
Well, that was what signed me up, frankly. If Tefty's banned, well, this is a free place to game now. Like, sweet.
this is my safe place now. And there's no Tefty here.
Tefty Terror Teft.
Banned, you say? Sign me up. I'm all in. Now.
Yeah, I got banned, man. I booted up and said banned. Your account's banned. I'm like, what? They knew. They knew right away to ban me.
Wait, you
What'd
didn't
you
get into
do?
the game?
What'd
Wait,
you do?
didn't get into the game yet, and you were banned beforehand?
There
or-
was a launch bug. A lot of people were banned. I don't know if it was on multiple platforms, but there was a lot of people on PC who were just straight up banned right away. And then they were looking into it. And then I think I saw something. It was like 3 hours later, they finally fixed it, somewhere around there. I have yet to try it. So you guys are going to have to tell me how Division 2 feels.
I put about 4 hours into it this afternoon, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm not a big fan of Division 1. Although I did really like the demo for Division 1, so I'm a little skeptical.
Skeptical.
It's a word.
Delicious
Let's keep
skeptical.
rolling, yeah.
Yeah, skeptical.
about my feelings for this demo, but I gotta say, like, they've made some changes to this game that have me pretty excited about it. The feel of the shooting, to me, it feels better than Division 1. And I'm not exactly sure why yet. I'm gonna actually download Division 1 to like kind of compare and contrast the feeling of the guns. But I feel more connected to my weaponry than I did in Division 1.
That's amazing.
Interesting.
I honestly, I liked the feeling of the guns in Division 1. So the fact that you're saying they're even better surprises me. Really does.
So it could be that I'm coming off of Anthem where I didn't like the feel of the guns.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, that could play a factor into
That's
it. And
true.
it also, I haven't played Division in any meaningful way in a couple of years.
So it's feeling fresh.
I'm still gun shy. I'm gun shy after Division 1 still. I have to
Yeah.
wait.
Hmm.
I have to wait long.
But also, you know how
Yeah.
everybody complained about the bullet sponges?
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a mechanic in this where you still have these guys, like these big, heavily armored dudes who are going to take, 6 clips from your assault rifle to take down. The difference is, though, is they did something pretty smart. Is you actually see their armor like flaking off of them as you shoot them.
That's cool.
And even though functionally you're doing exactly the same thing you're doing in Destiny 1, you're just putting 6 clips into this guy to take it down. Watching that armor break off triggers something in my mind. It just makes more sense than putting 6 clips into a dude in Division 1. Does that make sense?
Some guy in streetwear just hanging around. Takes
Yeah.
You have the baseball,
500
the
bullets.
hoodie with the baseball bat. And you're like,
Yeah. They got Alex.
why won't you die?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
you're in
that's
Washington, D.C. The graphics look amazing. Like, it's much
You
more
said
colorful than
it's
Division
summertime,
1.
right?
Yeah, it looks like it's summertime.
I
Um,
tuned into a stream and it looked gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's really a gorgeous looking game. I'm playing on PC, obviously, but it really looks. It's much more colorful, obviously, than Division
Colorful.
1, which was
Colorful
colorful.
and skeptical.
I just like
Colorable.
my bees tonight.
Yeah, you're liking the bees today.
I'm just putting bees in extra places tonight. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that game now. I had like zero interest going into like last night we were playing Apex, and somebody on stream told me that Division 2 beta was tomorrow. So I was like, I didn't even know. Like that's how little interest I've had in that game.
Yeah,
I've been excited about
that's
it.
interesting. I might check it
Yeah?
out then.
Yeah, I've definitely been. I enjoyed Division 1 when it first came out. I enjoyed it up until I felt like there wasn't really anything to do in the end game, and I was like, okay, cool. Then they dropped Survival. Survival was a lot of fun, and then they did all these end game tunings, and 1.8 came
Survival
out.
was good.
Yeah, it was. It was really good, and I always enjoyed the mechanics of the game, even when there was bullet spongy weapons or bullet spongy enemies. So it makes me excited that there's like an evolution of it that hopefully is going to take the genesis of Division 1 with all the things that they learned and roll it into this new launch that's going to be fresh. So it makes me excited. And also, it's going to be a month after Anthem, which I am excited about playing.
Right.
So it's going to be like crap load of Anthem, and then Division 2 drops, and that's great.
Well, in a similar fashion to Anthem, the demo sucks. It crashes all the time.
Oh, nice. It is a beta.
So, there's a thread there.
Also, I was banned.
You can't say they're different games. They're exactly the same. They both crash all the time.
Thanks, EA. Clearly, it made the
Hopefully they
Division
get that
2
fixed up.
crash. Yeah. It's good that they do those betas, because imagine if you jumped in day one on Division 2 and it said banned.
Banned.
But Apex didn't have that problem.
Imagine if you jumped into
Exactly.
Division 2 and you had to like stand at one vendor with like 100 other people trying to hit the
Oh
FT
my
as fast
God.
as
Oh
you
my
could.
gosh.
Woo, my God.
Are you in yet? No, I'm not in yet. Well, we're waiting outside for you, my team. I'm getting there eventually.
It was a nightmare.
I
Oh,
cut in
Lordy.
line.
I think everybody cut in line. There's just like a horde of
Yep.
dudes trying to like
If
talk
we
to
all
partner
went in an
fast, like-
orderly line, it would have been faster. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just cut the line, so it was faster for me.
yeah,
There was no line.
there wasn't.
Just a mob of people.
Hey, this is the like the apocalypse. The everyone's dead. Well, that's why us division agents are activated. You know, we gotta go save the world. No time for waiting in line.
You guys want to do some Twitter questions?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we want to talk about before we start? We good? Okay.
I don't really like BRs, but Apex is fun. I'll probably play it, but I'm not gonna. Okay, yeah.
Patrick's gonna play it in the way that Patrick plays VRs, where he just wants to do weird stuff,
Yes,
and he will enjoy it in that way.
yes, and I will
He'll
probably not.
He'll probably
win.
get addicted to it like he did with Monster Hunter. I don't really like Monster Hunter. And then he puts the next like 80 hours. of his
Dude,
life
that's
into it.
what's gonna happen with Anthem and him. He's gonna be like, nah, I ain't playing this guy. Whoa, what's his build? Holy crap, I like this. Okay. You want to play Anthem? You guys want to squad up
I
play Anthem
welcome
right now?
that. I welcome that happening. However, I'm not getting EA access to play it. You know, a week early. I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm gonna
Somebody
wait. To see.
writing this down, please.
Exactly.
Week later, gonna be making daily videos for Anthem.
Nick, can be a section out of the podcast. Thanks.
It's gonna be y'all. Like, you got any more of that Anthem meme with Pat?
And on the Stampede says, question for Khan. How are you so awesome? And what advice would you give to people less awesome? You know,
This
like
is an
people who
important
use the
question.
Howard's
It's a hefty
weapon or don't
question.
follow through with donation incentives.
What?
Yeah. I need it. Yeah, let's hear this.
I guess the perceived secret of being awesome is just don't do what everyone else is doing. That's the secret.
Trailblaze.
And be confident in whatever you do. Don't half-ass anything. If you half-ass trying to be awesome, you're not gonna be awesome.
There you go.
Mm.
Commit.
That and coffee.
Good.
Lots of coffee.
What
I like
type of
coffee.
coffee?
I birthed through my lifeline was really fast. I drink my coffee black. I do like a Folgers black silk usually, or a Java. Yeah,
You say Folgers?
yeah, because it's cheap.
There you go. So I had to get community coffee, dude. Cheap, tastes amazing. There you go.
I'm kind of hurting
Tefty,
right now.
oh, Tefty's about to shame. Oh no, we can't go one episode.
We should move on, guys.
Without the
Move on.
Tefty
Bean
shame.
Move
wasn't
on.
handcrafted and aged.
Black
It
Dave
didn't. It
says,
wasn't eaten by a monkey and pooped out of its butt. So
Mm.
Tefty's not.
Well, I ain't having that
Everything
coffee.
it's out of.
No,
you don't like the monkey
Apparently
poop
it's
coffee?
best-
No.
Apparently, it's the best coffee.
it's
so.
like $100 a pound.
I
or
drink
something.
what's available. All right.
I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna sit over here with the Folgers crystals and watch you eat
It's
them.
the
Oh
guano
my
blend.
god!
I bought my last. I buy K cups for Keurig. I bought my last box of K cups from Best Buy because they were $12 for 48 cups.
Oh, boy.
Buying coffee at Best Buy. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
Wow.
It was really cheap, 25 cents a cup. It's really good for.
It's probably
K
sitting in the
cups.
warehouse for like the past 5 years. Well, it's like that cheap.
I actually feel offended right now.
Oh, my Lord.
Black Dave says, question for YungKhan. How do you balance time between work and staying in shape?
Oh, I treat my workouts like brushing my teeth. I don't skip days. If you think about if you're looking at your workouts like it's something I might do or it's something I plan on doing, no, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do tomorrow, the day after that. This is my plan. If you don't follow your plan, like everyone has a very extensive plan in their head of what they want to do and what they want to achieve. but the actions are they let them like sit on their emotions. Like my activity during the day isn't based on my feeling. If I don't feel like I got to work out, I'm going to work out. So I approach everything I do without any emotional attachment. So you don't feel like not brushing your teeth or not washing your face or not showering. You do those things because that's part of your daily activity. That's what you do. Like I don't feel like not working today. I got stuff to do. I got clients waiting on me. I got to answer these emails. So your workouts and like balancing them are just you plan time for. You plan time to eat. You plan time to play video games. You have time to work out. And I work this job 60 to 70 hours a week between 8 to 10 hour streams, planning, answering emails, invoicing, stuff like that. And I still work out. I still power lift 3 to 4 days a week.
Do you do all your
Amazing.
art on stream?
Yes. In case someone can you not make this on stream? It's embarrassing. Yeah, then I'll do that one.
I
really
want to
good
see
advice.
that piece of art, actually.
Yeah. Like a dick pic, maybe?
That's on the high-end Patreon.
Could you
on my
not be a
website.
dick
Can
pic?
you not draw this on stream? It's supposed to be a surprise.
Well, yeah, I did have something for TWAB. We were doing something that was supposed to be off stream, and I did it on stream by accident. So. Big shout out to TWAB, though. He's been helping me out a lot this past year.
Yeah, TWAB is awesome.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love TWAB.
Hey, yeah.
Andy Martinez says, has Destiny turned primarily into a PC game?
No.
Based on player base, fuck no.
Yeah, not at all.
If you're watching streams, you might get that impression.
Exactly.
But
I could see that.
it's not the case.
Yeah.
Content creation absolutely can make it seem like it's a PC only game or primarily PC game, but player base says otherwise.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like that is even more on the stream side than on the YouTube side. A lot of the YouTubers I watch play on console.
Yeah.
There was a
but-
big backlash also from a lot of YouTubers playing on PC.
Why is that?
Backlash?
Yeah, back when it first came out, a lot of people getting... Yeah, it's YouTube. So YouTube gets ornery and angry. It's weird things. And there was a
How would you
backlash
know?
for people. I remember seeing a bunch of Twitter comments about it. I remember, I think...
Comments.
Yeah, I remember...
I
think
had a lot of...
Blessius-
uh,
I think I remember Blessius talking about having a huge amount of hate for playing. Yeah, okay, I see what you're doing. My bad. It went over my head. Yeah.
I had a lot of comments that said like my last word review wasn't valid because I didn't do it on console.
I can
So,
see that
like,
argument being valid.
Which is why in the video that they were talking about, I specifically talked about controller inputs and how it feels to use it with a controller, but because I didn't say console, people got...
I can see if you hadn't addressed that though, right? Like there's definitely a different meta with a controller.
Oh yeah,
and
no, there
without
absolutely
keyboard.
is.
If you're doing a
Yeah.
weapon review, I would definitely if I was watching a weapon review, I would definitely want to see my preferred input method addressed.
Mhm.
Yeah. But also, if you
I
seek
think
out,
the reason
if you seek
see
out a
more
review,
content
though,
creators.
if you seek out a review, I think you're naturally going to do that anyways. You're going to be like, I'm looking for console version of The Last Word. You're not going to be
Sure.
looking for the PC version. So you kind of already know which content creators are doing that type of content for you.
The reason I think you see a lot of content creators gravitate toward the PCs, it just looks better, right? And if
Yeah.
I'm gonna present content, I want it to look as good as I can.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It highlights another issue. A lot of people will look at things like the Twitch directory and then make large assumptions about the population based on that. And we got, as a community, stop doing that because it's just not the
Yeah.
case. Like
I mean, a lot of streamers worship at the Church of Unlimited Frame. It happens.
I mean, it's true.
Just for the quality.
I love the unlimited frames, but the fact is the opinions and the player population vary heavily outside of the Twitch directory or like the YouTube communities. So
True. Dan
Well said.
Drumstone. Dan Drumstone says, if you could only use one emote for the rest of your life, what would it be?
LUL. LUL. That's basic. I
That's a good
use
one.
it
Yeah.
Like I've got my own emotes, and I still use a low. I just that face that is like etched in my mind back then. I can't not use it.
I like the winky face because it's like there's a bit of mischief there. Like I'm with you.
Briar's the winky face. Wow. Yeah.
I'm with you. I think.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'm gonna go debated.
You gonna rate with us? Yeah, I'll rate with you. Yeah.
I'm gonna use debated for me. A lot of debated goes on. Yeah.
I think for me it'll be. Am I allowed to pick my own emotes? Are we not allowed
Yes.
to do that?
I am.
Mine would be Watts T, which is the character like winking and holding up a bottle of Coke. Because you can use that in so many ways. It can be like, yeah, we're gonna play Destiny today, or you can use it in so many ways. You can use it to mean so many things. It's kind of similar to Briar's winky emote.
You could respond to
similar.
somebody being an asshole with it. Be like, "Here's a Coke, buddy."
Yeah, you can. You all right, bud?
Yeah.
Is there a follow up to the most hated emote you have? Is that a follow up question? It should be.
I think my most hated is lol. LOL. You didn't really laugh out loud. Don't lie to me. Wasn't that funny?
Maybe I am laughing, right?
Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. I really have no way to tell.
I'll put it in chat. It's fact. I stated it.
Oh, any dab emote? That's a good one. Attack eyebrows.
Any Pepe emote. I've drawn my 2000th Pepe emote. I think I don't know. I can't.
You done with it?
I can't.
Ignore my previous DM about the Pepe emote.
I mean, if there's a check on the other end, I'm gonna do it. I don't turn down work. I got a family to feed here.
Bryce Huffman says, end of the season is approaching. For us casuals, what would you recommend we prioritize in Black Armory before the Drifter takes control?
Getting good.
I mean, I don't think anything's going away.
The focus is going to change. Like, your time is going to be like taken up by the new content.
Right.
You want to get
Maybe
that
you
stuff
want
on
to
the way
do
now.
like Jotun and Le Monarch, maybe.
Try to get the exotics out of the way, yeah, just so you can like have them, so you're not having to. Well, I don't know. Like, if there is a weapon that you want to grind for, now is probably the time to grind for it.
Yeah.
Just because every time new content comes, we play the new content, and old content just kind of falls by the wayside. That's another conversation for another time. But yeah, like probably grind forges. Like if there's a weapon you want and a role you want, spend your time trying to do that then, because you're probably not going to want to put too much time into forges.
I suspect though, like forges will be easier than other content has been. Like, even though a lot of people still go to what's that Mars Escalation Protocol, like even though people still go to Escalation Protocol, like it's hard to get a team to go there these days because everybody kind of has everything out of there. But Black Armory has matchmaking. Like you'll always be able to get back into Black Armory, I suspect.
I feel like there's always people on Mars every time I show up.
Yeah, but they're usually doing like quests that require like 75 headshots.
I would just suck people in. We just keep running escalation.
You just
every
keep
time I
going
go there. Like I'll be there getting something for something else. Like escalation protocol. What are we doing? And I'll be there for another 45 minutes. Like, help you guys out.
Killing this boss? All right, let's do this. Yeah, okay.
We're doing this? We're going to keep going? Let's keep going.
That's the thing.
That's
in
the best part
Destiny,
about Destiny, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, you see people shooting something and doing stuff, you're like, all right, I guess I'll do that.
Yeah.
I was going to eat dinner, but I can do this too. I mean.
Bontis says, as a gamer with only so many hours in the day and many great games now being live and on the horizon, what is each of your plan for handling so many games?
I don't have one. I'm gonna try and play lots of them, a lot.
That's a
I'll probably play them until they either get boring or the new hotness comes out, or like I hit some kind of like level cap that just becomes like ultra grindy.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in that same category. Like I like to play games for the fun. And once I find myself not having fun anymore, or if I find myself interested in another aspect of something else or a different game, then that's where my interest will lead it to. And like, I'm not going to be able to play Metro Exodus when it comes out because Anthem's going to be out.
Because of Anthem. I know.
Yeah.
I'll be playing Metro Exodus because that game is awesome.
Yeah.
It is fantastic. If
Like,
only
that
it
game-
came out on its actual release date. That would have been fantastic.
Anthem.
We would
That
have
would've
had
been
like a
perfect.
week to finish Metro Exodus.
We could have played Crackdown 3, Metro Exodus,
Is that
RE2.
game ever coming out?
Apparently the
Yeah.
15th, right?
Yeah.
Crackdown 3?
I think so.
Yep.
February 15th.
The 15th is a dumb day. You're getting the Resident Evil 2 DLC,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Crackdown, Metro, Anthem. Like this.
Anthem if you're on PC.
Come on.
If you're on PC and if you have the Premier account.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
everybody's
not on
PC.
console
No,
with the
no
Premiere?
one plays on console anymore. What are you talking about? Everyone's on PC.
Right?
According to the
What are
Twitch
What are
directory.
you talking about?
Obviously.
I
Who
can
is this
confirm Anthem is not a PC game. It's like they like kind of made it fit onto the PC. I did some testing last week with like different graphics cards. Like that game chugs on a 1080 Ti.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. Can confirm. I have that, and it
Like,
does.
Yep.
holy shit. And
Yep.
it's totally got console controls on it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so the 15th is packed. It's going to be tough. And then it's just going to keep on going because there's going to be end game stuff that gets released on Anthem. So if you actually do get sucked into the gameplay loop and the end game, there's going to be things that they reveal. And there's going to be activities and time limited world events that happen. So there's going to be that happening. And then Division 2 is going to drop on the 15th. And then Sekiro. And I try to pronounce it that way.
Yeah.
I
I
tried.
know. I noticed it.
What is that? Days Gone comes out in April, which
April,
I know
Mortal
not a lot of people
Mhm.
are super excited about, but I like
Mortal-
the look of that game.
Mortal Kombat 11 in April.
Yep.
There's a lot.
At some
It's
point, I'm
nice.
going to want to go back to Metro.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
much
right?
coming out this year. Like in the
It's
early part of this year, it's just jam packed
crazy.
with amazing games.
I
Buzzard
choose to
says-
just find the one or two games that I like and I stick with them until I hate myself.
That's a plan. I like his
It's,
plan.
it's worked so far.
Buzzard says, with the current strength of some of the new heavy exotics, Warcliffe Coil, Thousand Voices, Whisper, Thunderlord, do you think Yallarhorn has a place in Destiny 2?
If it holds 2 in the magazine, like no other rocket launcher does.
I mean,
That's true.
the gun is coming. There's no doubt. It's just a matter of time.
Hey,
I've been waiting.
cluster bombs are already really good. So if they had tracking on
They
those
are.
cluster bombs, then of course it would be a step up.
There's
Those
got to be a
clusters.
next level with that Gallahorn, though, or a changed exotic perk. It
The
can't be
Wolfpack
exact same
rounds
one.
have Wolfpack rounds.
Double pack, the masterwork.
Tell me more.
The masterwork.
Double
Destiny
pack.
2, twice the Wolfpack rounds.
I like
There
the
you
way
go.
you're thinking.
And
This
I
is
like
great.
it. And they now howl. When you shoot it, howls as well.
There we go.
You should have like
That's fun.
you should have a little remote thing that you pop out like an iPhone that like summons an ordnance at the same time. You shoot it and you pop out your iPhone, then boop boop, and then like a nuke hits in addition to the Gallahorn shot.
Ooh.
So
I like
where
this
is the
nuke
gun
idea.
at where you can shoot a rocket into the air over an area enemies, and then rockets come out of that? That'd be pretty good.
That's the new Gallahorn right there.
That would be cool.
I like
Yeah,
Yeah,
it.
there it is.
Just switch mode,
Yeah.
up, or just straight. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Just rain down wolves on people. That would just be amazing.
That would
It's
be
the artist
awesome,
brain
man.
just cranking out ideas.
I
Actually.
want this gun.
I want
Sonic D Hedgehog says, wouldn't it be interesting if the titles you get in Destiny 2 resulted in certain things occurring in Destiny 3? Imagine being a Dredgen and owner of Thorn getting hunted down by the Renegade, aka the man with a golden gun. Imagine if the choices
That
you
would
made
be
in
cool.
Destiny 2 had consequences in Destiny 3.
Imagine if the choices you made in Destiny 2 had consequences in Destiny 2. I like that
Imagine that.
too.
Well, you know,
They've
like
been promising
becoming an
that since
Iron
Destiny
Lord.
1, though.
Becoming an Iron Lord in Destiny 1 and friggin' Saladin's like, who are you?
Yeah. Like iron what?
Ava on the farm is still like, oh,
So we'll file this one under Fat Chance.
probably not happening.
Well, when they explained Destiny 1, they explained a universe that like had continuity, and it still feels like so broken.
Big time.
Like
Yeah.
that needs to be addressed. Like
Yeah.
when I showed like, hey, Young Wolf is here, baby. Let's go. and it's nice meeting you. I'm like, what is going on here? What is
The reboot of the story in Destiny 2 is not something I saw coming into it, right? It's like the abandonment of the darkness as a concept and the stranger. Like, it was jarring.
And now they're like, just kidding. Never mind.
I was
Turns
thinking
out
about
that
this
stuff
in the
is
shower
actually
the other
really
day. I
good.
feel like we're in like season 5 of Lost, where we've got all these questions. Like every episode introduces a question and another question and another question. And by season 5, we're like, are they ever going to wrap this up? Because I'm starting to suspect.
Yeah.
It turns
I like
out-
Briar's Lost theory. Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds pretty solid.
Okay, here it is. Turns out the darkness actually won, and what we are all experiencing in Destiny right now is just like the interim. I probably just spoiled Lost. My bad. But yeah, so all the Traveler basically sacrificed
dead.
themselves to like have like this, so we can have like it make it feel like we're actually fighting the darkness when we're all actually.
I feel like the kind of
Isn't
thing
how the
you do to
Twilight series
somebody
wrapped
is
up? I don't
ruin
understand.
Lost.
No, Twilight, yeah, the Twilight series definitely wrapped up in that same way. Massive Twilight spoilers incoming, but the final Twilight was basically this long sequence, like this awesome battle that happened, and then it turns out
Awesome?
nothing in the movie was real. It was all basically a vision, and nothing happened. Everyone got together for the battle, but because someone like shook hands and they got
It's
to
so
like have a telepathic
unsatisfying.
moment, it was
Twilight. What did you expect?
yeah, it was Twilight.
That's the one with the sparkly vampires, right?
Yes.
And the girl that like is slack-jawed, like
I've never seen Twilight.
Do your
It
super
makes
favorite
definitely see Twilight.
and watch it.
Lots. I used to be on a
Number
movie
two.
review podcast like a long time ago, and I had to watch like 5 of those movies. They're
Yikes.
some of the worst movies I've ever watched.
I watched all of them willingly.
But I heard that they were so good. So many
No.
young girls loved them. I don't get it.
Huh. Interesting.
I watched it.
I liked them. That math adds up.
And I'm a 30-year-old man. So.
Sleepy
I
Snorlax
mean, I
says,
was then,
Bungie
yeah.
said the Season of the Drifter would bring a new Gambit experience. What do you hope this new experience will be?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Hmm.
I want new maps. I want new game modes inside the actual Gambit arena. That'd be amazing.
That'd be
Or
cool.
multiple drop off points, or having a way to actually stop the you can invade and kill like a guardian to stop it. There should be a way to like actually pause the primeval from spawning from your side. Like if you kill so many enemies where you like take down something beforehand, there should be a few more mechanics in place to slow down the enemy team from like burning down the primeval in 30 seconds.
Interesting.
That's the inner drifter in me, though.
Like,
That's-
imagine
Gambit experience is a weird thing, right? Because Gambit is a game mode, but new Gambit experience, like, are they going to change the Gambit game mode, or are they going to add like more stuff to, like, more kinds of game modes to the Gambit experience? You know, like, is there going to be PvE components to Gambit, PvP component? Like, what are they going to broaden Gambit as like a piece of Destiny, or are they just going to change the Gambit game mode a different way?
seems like it's going to
They
broaden.
I bet.
expanded like they do PvP. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a playlist that was just Gambit.
Yeah.
We were fighting for the actual kills in a game mode.
Oh, that would be dope.
Hmm.
Like, oh, that'd be fun. I would do
Or
that.
you can go Juggernaut. Like if you had a game mode Gambit where you like killed a certain like PV enemy and you were Juggernaut for like 30 seconds, you could like just go in and like be invincible.
That'd be really cool.
Oh, so MOBA mechanics, yeah. Get the Baron buff.
Sure.
Bungie call me.
Guys, it's just gonna be Gambit competitive.
Gambit comp.
There you go.
That's it.
We need to take a hard
Maybe
pass
like
on that.
new armor and weapons tied to Gambit comp. Maybe it's a little bit different. Maybe they do the Mayhem third round or something, or maybe there's I don't know.
How about they just
Mayhem?
make a casual playlist,
That's-
1 round, longer play, and then they have the comp playlist. That's basically what it is now, but it's
I would like
depends
that.
on wins.
Just
That'd
hop
be
in,
cool.
1 round, boop.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I like your ideas though, Con. Like, I mean, imagine if you could trigger some
Yeah.
sort of activity that would like spawn an overshield that the opposite team would have to take down then on their on the primeval. So if they're about to like burn the primeval, be like, oh, everybody does this particular thing, then suddenly there's an overshield that they have to burn down first before they can start doing damage again.
I mean, besides being a Titan and invading and putting it over the primeval. I mean,
Yeah.
that's-
Besides that, yeah, exactly. Be pretty cool, honestly.
Van Dyke says, I feel like Destiny is focusing too hard on endgame and neglecting the mid-game grind. no new strikes, Crucible playlists, vendor gear, Crucible maps. All these things keep everyone, even hardcore players, engaged. Should Joker's Wild focus more on these aspects?
I mean, I think it would be nice because we had a DLC that came out that didn't add strikes or Crucible maps or Gambit maps or any of that. So I think it would be nice to have a DLC that brings more of that stuff.
Were there no Black Armory Crucible maps?
Nope.
I don't believe so.
No, I guess not. Wow.
What's the one with the like it's on Mars and it's got like that long tunnel? They first showed it when they were showing bows. Was that must have been Forsaken?
Mars long tunnel. Oh, yeah, it's one of the breakthrough maps, I think. I can't remember the name of it because it's on. I think it's Nessus actually.
Oh, is it?
But it's got like Cabal stuff everywhere. I can't remember the name.
Wait,
of
it's Firebase?
Yeah, it's Firebase something.
Oh, I hate Firebase.
Yeah.
We can just get rid of it.
When did that come out exactly? It was after Forsaken, right?
Yeah. It came
was,
out with
yeah.
when they released Breakthrough like 4 weeks in or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Atomic Spaz.
No, I had a thing.
Okay, go ahead.
So like the question was about focusing so much on in game and not so much on mid game. I think the better choice is that they should make the mid game like quicker, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I personally think that the pursuit of light grinding is one of the most boring things in Destiny, and also with the source of so many people's frustrations in the game. Like all the investment choices of having to level up armor, it sucks. All the, when you get a god roll, but it's lower and you have to infuse it, or you get like a thing that's higher, and like there's just so many things, investment things that are frustrating about having to level up in Destiny. And if that experience was shorter, or in my opinion just didn't happen the way it currently does, I feel like we could just have more focus on the end game. And
the light level grind is fun for 1 week, and that's like the week where you're getting raid ready. But, and then it's like
here's the issue why it doesn't actually change the way you feel when you play the game. That's like, it's just what level you are to the scaling of the world. It doesn't unlock new abilities, things that you're getting so then you can enhance your gameplay. It's just the same stuff. And you're seeing almost the same numbers, maybe just inflated a little bit for the higher activities at 650 and higher. So I feel like that's a Destiny 3 thing. I don't think they can change that until they actually do it.
No, I don't think
that's
it's
a whole
something
new
that's solvable in D2. It would require an entire rework of the investment system. But,
I will say though,
live and learn. It
is very disappointing not seeing new things like new strikes putting into the game and like a new dungeon. I really thought a dungeon was going to be coming in Black Armory because like clearly the dungeon is freaking awesome, and here we are.
It is.
There's no dungeon, and I'm like, no strikes, no dungeon. Come on.
You can just go do Niobe Labs. I don't see the problem here.
Good point. My bad.
If the Black Armory is like kind of the breadth of content we can expect from all three of the like drops that we're getting, the Season of the Drifter and the Season of the Space Ninja, I'm not hugely enthusiastic for this year of Destiny. Like I'm looking forward to the raid that's coming in the summertime, but for the most part, Black Armory was not that exciting to me.
It felt like Arms Day expanded from D1.
Yep. That's what I felt
That's
too.
what I'm doing weekly, is picking up armor, like picking up a weapon, and like it's the same thing I didn't like in Destiny 1, except for, there's a different person I'm talking to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the weapons are, some of them are good, but there's only like, 2 good weapons and 3 good rolls for each weapon? I'm not counting the exotics. There's like the pulse rifle, and there was the hand cannon that kind of
pulse rifle, hand cannon, machine gun are the ones that people typically go for. Yeah. But then there's the niche things. There's bows. People like swords. There's a sword.
It's exciting to chase that stuff and exciting to see it. The process, I think, is fun to forge, but the variety in that stuff is limited. And I think this is going to be the thing that happens, like they do with all the content. We're going to completely forget about these forges that they existed, moving on. And it's going to be like, well, if you want to go get that gun, that's where you can go get it. But there's not any new weapons coming or anything.
Or you can get one that's exactly like it from this other piece of content.
Yeah. Exactly.
Probably going to be you queue with anybody later on when that new content drops. get in with 2 or 3 more people to actually help you out with that. Like that was a problem, like with some of the content in D1, like Prison of Elders. After it was gone, you weren't queuing in with like another person. You were like going in solo because no one's playing the game mode anymore.
Yeah. Well,
Which
at least
was also
there's
pretty
matchmaking.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there was matchmaking in PoE in D1.
Yeah, yeah, there was. Yeah, it's just the population would drop.
Yeah, there were like
Yeah,
there were
for sure.
what 3 or 4 different versions of PoE that that you could run. So it was like that's a lot of people divided across that, plus all the other activities, and it's like, oh, okay, you may very well just not get anyone.
Atomic Spaz says, "Do you think Season of the Drifter will be enough to pick up Destiny out of the content route, or is this going to be a casual season for even the hardcore players?"
We don't really know anything about what's coming, so that's a pretty
No.
hard one.
Exactly.
Pretty hard question to answer right now.
Yeah, we don't know. We have no idea.
Yeah, historically, I would say, yeah, it's probably going to be a dry season. There's going to be a few things you want to log in to get based on historical look. But like, let's say they do release a dungeon in Joker's Wild. I'm going to play the crap out of that. That's going to be exciting. But I don't know. There's also a crap load of great games that are coming out.
Yeah, it's like a dungeon is a nice piece of content, but it's not going to keep you engaged with Destiny for,
No.
X amount of
Like
months.
3 months until Penumbra.
That's like, oh shit, this thing came out, let's go play it, and then you'll do it like, I don't know, whenever it resets, I guess.
Mhm.
But it's not something that you're gonna continually be engaged with. That is the weird thing about this, is even if we are getting content, it isn't, I don't know, it's not the stuff that like keeps you insanely engaged, especially if like, say they come out with a new hand cannon, unless it's a 150 hand cannon kinetic, I don't think people will care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially if we're trying to grind for the same rolls that we've been grinding for on every other weapon. It's like, oh
yeah,
Hopefully they'll drop new perks or something, or
that'd be sweet.
mods.
new perks
We
will
need
help.
new perks for sure.
Yep.
New perks, new mods.
Vendor,
Or new
vendor
armor
refresh.
with 2 mod slots.
There you go. Ooh, that'd be
I'm
interesting.
dreaming though. I'm dreaming.
Right? Yeah. I think
Doughboy says, oh, go ahead.
I just want to restate. I think it's going to be it's most likely going to be a dry season unless you're a huge fan of PvP. If you're a huge fan of PvP, I feel like there's always stuff to do because you want to grind up your rank, you want to grind comp and all that. But
yeah, I feel like PvP is that thing that it doesn't really matter what the PvE landscape looks like, as long as you enjoy the PvP meta, or you just enjoy whatever it is, you'll probably play it.
exactly. Yep.
Doughboy says, so the Division 2 beta is out and it's based on the DC area. As the Division 1 was based on New York City, do you think that Destiny should have a US location, and if so, where? So
Earth.
weren't there rumors that there was Chicago area
There was
in Destiny?
Yeah, I remember it was Chicago, Badlands or something, or
But
something
that
like
never
yeah.
came to fruition. We got the European Dead Zone.
Antarctica.
I mean,
That's
there
what I want.
there was concept art of a lot of different locations. We just don't know if anything was ever made.
Yeah. Like, I would like a US location. You know what would be cool actually is like the Deep South.
That would be cool.
Like a swampy Deep South, like with lots of like trees and like, what are those? Are those called
Louisiana.
mangrove trees with like the roots that kind of go all over the place? That'd be a fun place to do battle in.
That'd be cool.
And then you could
Sounds
could
pretty.
get into like the outskirts of New Orleans.
All I'm thinking is, will there be crawfish?
Will there be
Oh,
crocs?
he brought it up. Wasn't us.
Maybe it's the materials that you farm for. Is crawfish.
There will be exactly
Big
15
crawdads.
pounds of crawfish hidden throughout the map. And you'll have to collect them like dead ghosts.
My God,
There
by
you
God, God's my witness. I declare I will work at Bungie. I will put in, the bayous of
A hidden
Louisiana
crawdad.
as a map, and there will be crawfish. Damn it!
Dude,
Your guardians will learn the cooking skill, and they will make delicious dishes.
imagine if
Just like Monster Hunter.
if Nolans was like the headquarters to go get your like the NPC was in Nolans, and you like the patrol going all the way around. That'd be pretty
And
cool.
and you find them, and they're just stirring a gumbo pot,
Yeah,
and
that'd
you
be
actually get to
great.
try some instead of getting fucking teased like
You,
by Devram
you drop
with
your
his cup of
tokens
tea.
into the pot to get your engram.
Con, Colin briefly took a step back and he came back to an entirely different conversation.
I heard dollars. I'm like, what?
Florida Gator says if Anthem's AMA skill in Anthem's AMA, Skill Up asked about the cost of microtransactions and how many hours it would take to earn cosmetics in the game. The response was, we are constantly adjusting the balance of our economy. We want to ensure that you can earn things in-game in a reasonable amount of time. Thoughts?
That's not an answer.
That's not an answer.
We're working
constantly
on it. Reasonable. Like, I don't know what your version of reasonable is. I think what a better way to answer that question would be is, so we had the leak of the how much things going to cost, right? They could take that and say, okay, well, in this, that isn't its final form, but for this, for example, it would take you X amount of hours. But we've changed that now to be much shorter or whatever. But that doesn't give me any answer.
I don't believe that they're still adjusting anything. I think they know exactly what they're going to do, and they just don't want to share it.
Okay. Can you repeat the question from the beginning? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Could you do that one
In
more time?
Anthem's
wrestling
AMA,
Jimmy's.
Skill Up asked about the cost of microtransactions and how many hours it would take to earn cosmetics in game. The response was, we're constantly adjusting the balance of our economy. We want to ensure that you can earn things in game in a reasonable amount of time.
Right.
Thoughts?
I don't know
So,
what reasonable
the
means.
answer was, we're constantly adjusting the balance. We don't know yet, and I don't believe it. Like, I just don't. This is EA.
Right. They're absolutely going to be adjusting it to maximize the most amount of money that comes out of the game, because they know
Right.
they know that if they price it too high, nobody's going to buy it. They price it too low, they're not going to reach that curve of a maximum extraction.
We're not
of
going to
money.
reach billions.
Yeah.
Only millions.
They gotta fund their executives their $50 million a year bonus or whatever the hell it is, because
This
it's
is
EA.
the company, though, that makes like $100 million off of mobile games. They make FIFA, which is like loot box central, right?
Right. So
Like, this company has done the research. They know what that line is. They know exactly how much to get you to engage with that economy to keep you as an active player in that economy. They know exactly how much.
Brian, I actually don't think they know that. You want to know why?
You don't think so?
Yeah, because
Why?
Star Wars Battlefront 2 happened. It was a debacle.
Good point.
They are like, we want to make the most money possible from these microtransactions, but we don't know the literal sweet spot, like the bell curve of where it goes. This is the most you can make with this amount of pricing. If you come over here, you're going to be pricing it too low and not making as much. If you come over here too high, it's not making as much either. They're literally trying to figure out that bell curve to hit the sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
And that depends on the player base, man.
They even have a year of data off
That
of
changed
that
community to community. I mean, once
Exactly.
Destiny entered microtransactions, it was hell or high water.
Yeah.
With EA, I think didn't Disney put the kibosh on the micros in that game, or I think Disney thought it was bad press.
Yeah, I'm not sure what went down specifically.
I think they went away because of Disney was getting bad press about EA's game for Star Wars.
Mm.
That's why they went away.
Right.
They're not in there at all. There's no microtransactions.
Not anymore. I don't think so. Yeah, once that went really bad, Disney
They
stepped in
pulled them.
Hey, you make us look bad.
But I think they put them back in later on, because they were like,
They did.
this is a bad idea, let's pull it. And then they're like, maybe we should do it again. Now that everybody's
But what
stopped
if I
talking
do?
about it, maybe we can put it back in. The thing is, I look at Anthem as like, it's BioWare, but it's also published. It's the same type of thing as Bungie making a game with Activision. Activision clearly has got cloven feet from the devil, trying to make everybody throw out their money and kill the game or something like that.
Don't make me draw that, please.
But Bungie is a beloved company because they make this franchise that they've made multiple franchises now that we've loved. And BioWare is in the same conundrum. They've got this deal with the devil. Everybody hates EA, but it's BioWare is awesome. So, I want to play what BioWare makes, but I am going to be very, very cautious about any kind of additional money that I spend on cosmetic stuff. So I honestly don't think they have the answer for that, of how much it's going to cost. I think it's a market that's moving.
I think they know exactly what they're going to cost right now. They just don't want to say.
Would Warframe have a similar economy for microtransactions? It's the only game I can think of that's similar to that is Warframe.
Yeah.
Warframe's also free to like completely free to play. Like there's no.
That is true.
cost.
But
That's true.
here's the difference on that though. Yes, it's free to play, but like you can literally buy all the new stuff that comes out with money to be able to get your hands on it right away. Like you don't have to farm for it and then make it. Now, just because you buy it in Warframe doesn't mean that it's to its max ability. You still have to level it up, and you have to put in mods and that process to make it the best it can possibly be. But that still is like you can spend $100 every time they put out a new frame and cosmetics and the weapons that go with it. So it's while yes, it's a free to play game, and yes, they are self-published, so you are supporting them directly. That's good. It's also a little tough to compare that because you're not buying legendary weapons, or you're not buying the crafting materials to make legendary weapons and gear for Anthem with microtransactions. It's purely cosmetic.
I don't think they're selling weapons for Anthem. It's just going to be cosmetics.
No, exactly.
It's only cosmetic.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's 100% cosmetic. It's not like in Warframe you can actually get all that stuff, bypass the grind to make them, and then be on the grind of enhancing it with mods.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not excusing the fact that it's cosmetics. Like if you're making a looter shooter, if you're making a looter game, and you're putting, some of the loot behind just, pay, you got to pay for this. Well, like that takes a lot of the motivation away from playing a looter shooter, like a grindy game. If the fact that some of that stuff is just locked behind a paywall, I think
just
that's
hope
really
that there's really
tough.
cool stuff that you can earn that's cosmetic. So it's like I achieved this, so here's.
Apparently,
I just don't like it when
apparently
micros
there
are
is.
like, or cosmetics are locked behind like RNG. That's the one thing I cannot stand. I want to buy something, I just want to buy it. I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
When they
I
were
don't want
selling
a loot box.
the Destiny, the Lord of Iron like sigil, I was like, yeah, I'll pay for that right out. I'll buy that off the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if I gotta roll to get like the tiger mask and like the festival of the cost, D1, I'm not in it anymore. I can't. I can't do it.
So apparently there is end game or activities that can unlock cosmetics in Anthem that are only available from those activities that aren't purchasable.
Yeah, that's good.
That is good.
Hopefully there's good looking as the stuff you can pay for.
Agreed. Yeah.
Well, from that image, that stuff looks really bad. So I'm hoping it looks better than that.
Yeah.
I did not.
Trey Will says, so what are your guys' favorite javelins? Speedy Boy, Floaty Boy, Big Boy, or Basic Boy? And I'm going to say right off the bat, I disagree with the whole premise of this question. These names are all wrong. I do not like them one bit. What's that?
I call him Flippy Boy. Flippy Fast
Flippy Boy, I agree with. Basic Boy, I could go with. Floaty Boy, not bad. Big Boy, no, not
Thick
Big Boy.
Boy.
That's a restaurant chain.
Boy.
I'm not doing Big Boy. I will take Stompy Boy,
He's thick.
Thick Boy, but Big Boy is straight out.
I also like calling Basic Boy just the Ranger because it breaks the tradition. So it's funny that way. It's like, well, you got the Ranger, then you got Floaty Boy, Fast Boy, Thick Boy.
Lee Kendrick says, with the current wealth of endgame content in Destiny, do you think Anthem has an endgame problem? A lack of content, 3 strongholds, which seem like strikes, no other endgame activities of note. Doesn't matter how good the game feels if it only lasts a couple of weeks.
That's my main concern with it. You pointed out like Monster Hunter. You compared it to Monster Hunter earlier, where or at least how I will interact with it. Like Monster Hunter, I was killing the same monsters, but I don't know, like the builds and there were a plethora of different monsters, and there were new monsters added regularly to the game. Anthem, it's got 3 strikes, and that's what's keeping me from getting excited about it. Here's this wonderful sandbox that you can play in. It has the finest sand, and you can do so much with it. Also, it's the size of.
Also, there's 3 grains of sand.
Yeah, there's there's like maybe a bucket full of this sand. So
okay,
there you go.
All right, so I want to clarify some stuff for people because a lot of people have been throwing around this. There's 3 strikes in the game to play. That's all your end game.
Okay,
and that is a really strange comparison, but it makes a lot of sense if you're purely a Destiny player. If you've played games like Diablo, the entire game becomes endgame. So it's, yes, you got the 3 strongholds, but you also have the entire open world. You also have 6 levels of difficulty. So the goal of endgame and these type of stuff, or these type of games, is to make these builds that are really powerful. So your goal is to go and do activities that will ultimately give you legendary gear with rolls and stats that are going to make you powerful enough to complete the hardest endgame stuff, which is Grandmaster level 3, which is going to be applied to the entire game. So you can go into the open world, you can do legendary contracts, you can do these cataclysms are going to come out, and also the strongholds as well, which are like those strikes, but you're not relegated to only farming those if you want to get that gear. It's kind of like thinking in Destiny, if you only wanted to get, actually, it's a lot like thinking raid gear, how you're only going to get raid gear from doing raids, so you're only doing raids in Destiny, right? Like Destiny's endgame is essentially you're chasing exotics, which now allow you to be able to drop anywhere in the world. So it's a lot like that in that sense, but also raid gear is only coming from those raids. Well, instead of thinking of that raid gear only coming from the raids, imagine that endgame gear coming from patrols, coming from anytime you're out doing the open world type of stuff, any strike like that, you can switch it up and do a lot of stuff like that and change the difficulty levels if you're getting your ass kicked, and then increase the difficulty for better drop chances. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, make great sense. I mean, could you write all that down for me? That was amazing. Did anybody record that? Then you see like going to like a YouTube. That was like a great breakdown. I'm sold on.
Can we put that on the YouTube channel? Tefty explains the Anthem endgame.
If you've ever played Diablo, this is exactly how Diablo gear works. You do these things that you've done already, and then so Diablo added those greater rifts, which I would love it if they did something like that as well.
That's what I think these are going to feel like. It's the greater rifts. It's like you just keep getting harder in difficulty the more powerful you get, right?
So the cataclysm,
you level up, then you start Grandmaster, and then you level up again and you start Grandmaster 2.
The cataclysm, at least what they showed in the demo, was, I think, really lackluster. It was like, here's an Ashen Titan. Okay, it's gone.
Oh, that was different. That was a Storm Trance, or what was it?
But I think, didn't they say that they renamed that though? Because people were like, what's going on with these storms? And then they were like,
really?
oh, there was a cataclysm.
I thought the cataclysm was considered endgame, like high level endgame content. Yeah, that was a Shaper Storm.
Okay.
I saw that they explained cataclysms as like world-changing events, like seasonal.
They did say that some of the cataclysms will only be around for a very short period of time, and then some things will happen that will change the world.
I mean,
Shaper Storms are cataclysms now.
I think
they are.
We've played enough of these type of games to know at this point that Anthem will come out and it'll be far from. And there'll be things we like about it and things we don't like about it. And Anthem will have an opportunity to either learn and grow from that, like the Division did. You know, Division became a much better game 3 years on than it was at launch. Or, they can sit or EA could just like drop it like they did with Andromeda. So, what I've seen from Anthem's developers, when they talk online, they talk a lot in the Reddit. True. They talk a lot on Twitter. Like, these guys seem to be responding. I don't think they think that they've got a perfect game, but they are dedicated to making it the best game they can make it. Yeah. And maybe you play it for 50 hours and then you wait a couple of months for them to add more stuff to it.
Well, that's what I keep saying. I think worst case for me, I like farming. I love getting loot. And I like farming for better loot, even if it's like, I got 5% faster recharge instead of the, other one that I just had. I like farming for that. So I would say worst case scenario, I think I'm going to get many, 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 many hours out of it. And I'll be happy with that because that will be totally worth my money. And then best case scenario, they just keep dropping content for me to do and more things to unlock and more armor and more skills. And I stay invested for years.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the
like
thing.
Destiny. I don't play Destiny every day. I go through fits and spurts. I play like a ton for a month or two, and then I don't play for a month because there's not much left for me to do. So, well, maybe during that time I'm playing Anthem.
They put out a roadmap as well, and they talked about in the coming weeks and months there's going to be strongholds and more activities, and the world's going to change, and there's going to be seasonal things that happen. So that makes me excited. The thing is, people are saying like, is the end game going to be good? We haven't played the end game. We don't know.
Yeah.
It's so early to even talk about endgame.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not even in
Yeah.
our hands yet.
We've literally never played the end game yet, so we don't know what it's going to be like. And so to judge it based off of 3 strongholds and also to approach it from a Destiny perspective is going to be, it's just, that's not what the game's about. You got to approach it from Monster Hunter World perspective. Like, are you doing builds? If you're making builds and you like that, you're going to have fun. If you just want to pew pew and then that ultimately becomes, I want to play PvP, the game's not for you. Don't buy it.
Yeah, that and that's where I feel like I'm going to fall in. Is you mentioned Diablo style stuff, and I have stayed away from Path of Exile, Diablo, those style games because it just doesn't like hit that thing.
Yeah, that's cool too. Different strokes for different folks.
Exactly.
Some people just want a 50-hour experience and then they want to move to the next thing.
Mhm.
They're perfectly happy with that. Some people want to buy a game that they're going to play for the next 3 years straight.
That's
Like it's different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had that feeling until Destiny came out. I was like, all right,
Me
this will be
neither,
fun
man.
for about a month.
Lee Kendrick says, with the current wealth of endgame content, I just read that question. Ja Rocker says, Apex Legends was released with almost no info beforehand. What do you guys think about how EA and Respawn handled that? Do you think Bungie is leaning toward that kind of marketing style since the fans like to dissect every piece of info?
That's how SRL dropped, wasn't it? Wasn't it like an announcement in a meeting like, and SRL is live today? That happened?
What game?
SRL for Destiny.
Oh, okay. SRL, no, they got pre-announced.
They announced that.
Yeah, both times
Experience.
it was pre-announced. PlayStation Experience, they showed something, and then they had a pretty big thing where like, hey, SRL's returning for, was it like the Dawning? Not April.
Yeah.
There's like the big April update.
I thought it was like a day before it came out. They talked about it. I didn't hear anything beforehand. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering it.
So I don't think most companies are going to be looking at this like something that they should do. This is such a huge risk
Yeah.
to spend all this time and money on this game and then drop it and hope that people really like it and start streaming it and talking about it and playing with their friends. Like if it's extremely difficult to pull something like that off. The reason that you have the whole build up before a game comes out is so more people can learn about it. And they're like, oh, what day is it coming out? Okay, maybe I'll take the day off. Okay, I'm going to pre-order that and get ready to play that. You kind of need that. Most games need that build up.
I think the marketing strategy for this was the fact that the way they released it, right, is they released it by bringing a ton of YouTubers to a secret location and giving them a chance to play it, giving them footage. And then they did a ton of sponsored streams for day one. So
and luckily, the game was good too.
Yeah, well, I mean that's obviously part of it, but they made sure that thing was on the top of the Twitch directory on day one, and they made sure there were a ton of YouTubers making videos about it on day one. So it's not like there was no marketing strategy. There was definitely a marketing strategy.
There was definitely
a strategy. It just wasn't the one that we're used to.
It's still super risky because, like, if you paid, so you can pay all the top streamers and YouTubers in the world to make videos about it, and you could even say you have to say it's amazing. But if people then play the game and they're like, meh, it's just going to drop off in like a week.
Yeah.
Yep. I think this works particularly well for BRs or battle royales, specifically because it's like you just say, hey, Respawn, people that made Titanfall made a BR. It's free.
Yeah.
Like, you know what a BR is, you know what you're getting yourself into.
You know who Respawn
it's free.
Yeah.
You probably know what Titanfall is. And it's a very easy concept to explain. So it's like, okay, it's a very simple thing. It doesn't take months of lead up and like answering questions and dev documentaries and whatnot, like Anthem or Destiny or anything like that. It's here it is. You know the general concept.
Very true.
This is kind of a side project for Respawn too, because we know they're still working on Titanfall 3.
We do, yeah.
So it's like, it's also like, if you're going to do something like this seems like the lowest risk way of doing it, because this is a side project for Respawn. Respawn's future doesn't depend on, not like what was Cliff Bleszinski's studio that like they bet everything on their BR
on Lawbreaker. No, they did Lawbreakers.
Lawbreakers was first, right? And then
they just
BR
were like, okay,
after.
let's come out with. You can't remember the name.
Yeah. I forget what the name was.
But I don't know. It's definitely interesting. Gary 8X says favorite character and gun in Apex Legends. What's that shotgun? Is that called the Devastator?
Peacekeeper.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Devastator's the sniper in Anthem.
Yeah. Close.
Whatever.
Peacekeeper's legit.
Close.
I don't think I have a favorite character yet, though.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm becoming a big fan of Gassy Boy.
Yeah.
She adores Gassy Boy, and I keep telling her, she's like, "Yeah, we're just gonna push in, and we're gonna kill these guys." I'm like, "Okay, yeah."
Well,
and then
you
we
know
push
what,
in, and she
Patrick?
gasses everyone, and I can't see shit to help out.
Yes. You don't need to help. I can see them perfectly. I did this today with Lurdy. We ran in there. I threw gas in this room because they were just in this room. All three of them threw gas in the room. They're taking damage over time. I can see them. They can't see me. Lurdy couldn't see. He went in there and just started spraying his shotgun in random places. It was fine.
I like that
I think
plan.
this is a case of you need to get good, Patrick.
Oof, no.
Wow, she
No.
said it.
Or get a scope that allows you to see through gas.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Prioritize that.
Yeah, I got a
There you go.
legendary scope for a sniper and allowed me, it actually straight up highlighted any enemies that I looked through the scope on. I was like,
It does.
That's
Yeah, you
pretty
can
good.
see through smoke and gas with that.
yeah, I was
which is-
surprised.
Pretty nutty.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good. Sorry. I
like Lifeline as well. Wraith is good. And Mirage. I really like Mirage as well. Mirage is really good.
Champion XYT says, is it worth buying the Forsaken Digital Deluxe for $7,999?
What?
Dollars or like yen?
There's no monetary symbol there, so
Yeah, wait.
Pesos?
Socks?
Yes. Next question.
Was the comma at the 7 or in between the?
there's no comma or period.
Okay.
Is this a robot speech for?
PayPal me that, and I'll have it to you next week.
Give me that. I'll make sure you get a copy of the game.
D Flawless, if you were a burglar, but instead of stealing
Bolts.
things when you break into a house, you did things to really inconvenience your victims, what would you do?
I don't like the word victim. First of all,
I mean, you're burglarizing
Pray?
a house,
Do
man.
you like the word pray?
no.
I would steal
Clients.
all the left shoes and put the eggs in the freezer.
Ooh,
Hmm.
steal the left.
I like
shoes.
putting stuff in the freezer. That's good. You can put the milk in the freezer too, so it's all just frozen. So they go to
Yeah.
pour milk on their
Well, you
cereal.
got to take it out though in the morning, so when they go to use it, they don't look for it and it's in the freezer. Be like, how's it get in the freezer? It's just got to be frozen.
Oh, I got it. I
Yeah.
got it, actually. I would take all of the spices and also salt, anything with a cap, and leave it really unscrewed. So they just
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Oh,
cayenne pepper. Whoa, oh my God.
Oh, what if you just changed the labels?
yeah. Just change the labels. That's even-
That works too.
I'd take, like the gloves, those yellow gloves that you use for cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
I'd turn all of them like inside out.
I don't think I would notice.
They are really annoying to turn.
Yeah,
back
no, it's
the
just
right
more about
way.
the
They are
inconvenience.
annoying.
How about you just
They are
it's-
annoying.
how about you put a bunch of Vaseline in the gloves? So when they put it in there,
Oh!
whoa, what the
God
hell is
damn.
going on here?
It goes
Never
in
invite
better.
Tefty over.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, then you don't have to do like the thing with it. You just right in.
Ever that was spot on.
I think this is an easy one. I think I would tweak the settings in the toaster so whenever you put in toast, it burns automatically.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
man.
see that doesn't
dirty.
work.
You are
The
a
power
dirtbag.
the power wattage on the microwave is turned up by 30%. So you're gonna bake your pizza. It's already it's burnt. It's burnt.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Are you putting pizza in the microwave?
Yeah, I'm in a rush.
There-
I got things to do.
There's pizza that goes in the microwave.
No,
got
there
things
is
to
not.
do.
There's those personal
I don't
DiGiorno
have time to
pizzas.
turn the oven on and like wait 50 minutes for a piece of pizza. I'm cranking out content, baby. I got time to be waiting around. I mic it and eat it and move.
Yo, what is the point? If you don't make life worth living, what's the point
Now
of
this is
living
a whole other
Sustenance.
conversation. Oh dear.
Sustenance.
Sam says, if you could bring any villain from anywhere in Destiny into Destiny, who would it be and why?
Villain.
Yeah,
Outside
any
of-
villain from anything into Destiny.
That's easy. You bring in Thanos and he snaps his finger and half the bad content is gone. There you go.
So all the warlocks are gone.
Oh,
Gone.
Balance.
Tight skating.
Balance is
Gone.
brought to the universe.
Balance patches. Ooh.
Balance patches. Wow.
scout rifles gone.
Oh man.
Such an easy one. That was
That is a good one. I'm with Khan on this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mr. X from Resident Evil,
That's
but
a good
he's got the change to him to where he plays X gonna
X gonna give it to you.
Yes, that's a mod on the
Yeah.
PC version of the game.
Hell
Every
yeah.
time he
Yes,
busts
that
into a
mod.
room, it's just says, X go give it to you.
But the really good thing is that the music gets quieter too. Instead of hearing his footsteps, the music gets
Yeah, you hear a
quieter
little-
ways
yeah.
further away. It's amazing. It's
So good.
I'm
I've gotta see- is
finally
there a
planning
video
on
of that?
Yeah, it's
starting
on
that
Twitter.
game next week, and I'm totally gonna
I
mod
gotta
that
see
in
that.
for my playthrough.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that mod in before we get to Mr. X.
Oh
for
my
sure.
god, it's so good. I love that game.
Fenrir says, enough of the banana and mayonnaise sandwich talk. What are your thoughts on peanut butter and whipped marshmallow sandwiches? That's
I've
peanut butter
actually
and
heard
fluff,
of that
isn't it?
before. Yeah,
That's
I've
peanut
heard of
butter
that
and fluff.
before.
Yeah, that's not
Huh.
unusual. A lot of like 3-year-olds bring that to lunch.
Doesn't sound bad. I've never had it before, but it doesn't sound
Yeah,
bad. I wouldn't be opposed.
It's like
I've never had it. Can't say.
Like if you don't particularly care about the health of your child, you put that in a brown paper bag and send it off to them with.
so
With lunch.
it's bread, peanut butter, and whipped marshmallow? Mashed marshmallow?
Whipped marshmallow. You never heard of marshmallow fluff? Do
No.
they not have that in California?
They probably
I've
do.
never heard of
I've
it
just never
either.
had it. Yeah. Maybe it's a
Pretty sure it's GF too.
gluten free. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as the bread is. Yeah.
God, it's amazing how many words went through my head for GF that weren't gluten free.
It's a daily occurrence for me.
Pause. And I'm back. All right.
I mean, it's one step removed from like a s'more. Just throw some chocolate, chocolate and
Yeah.
graham crackers
Yeah,
and a marshmallow.
totally. Yeah.
I'd eat that. Hell yeah.
Except it's not warm.
Yeah, you could warm it if you want.
You put it in the microwave. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You nuke that thing, man.
I'm joking. I'm sorry. Yeah.
You have
Too
your
far.
Folgers coffee, you microwave your pizza, and your fake s'more. Easy.
This is that turn out so much content. I'm just
Eating microwave pizza.
put it on the blender and just drink it. Just drink it.
Just put it in the blender. cold blender pizza.
Put the
Toss
pizza
that in the
water
Vitamix,
the
you're good to go.
Drink it just like that. Yeah.
Throw some kale in there. You might even call it healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Fixed it. Now it's healthy. Now you can give it to your kids without
Fixed
feeling guilty.
Yeah.
Throw the fluff in there too, and the peanut butter.
Beautiful.
Dubhead says, what is your favorite game that isn't a typical game for you?
Apex. I play BRs and I'm like, okay, let's put that away.
Yeah. Apex and Monster Hunter World are probably two of those games for me. I don't like. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like BRs, but the sandbox is fun enough that I can go play Apex and be fine. And then Monster Hunter has fun builds and swords and monsters.
I'm gonna go with Hearthstone on this one.
Hmm.
Only because I hoard gold. I'm at 500k gold. I haven't bought like
Jesus.
cards in a long time.
That is
Nice.
a lot.
You should.
That is my fun of the game. That is the most fun I have is just hoarding gold.
To buy
Hell
a
yeah.
pack, it's 100.
It
100
is.
gold,
I have
by the way, guys.
500.
It's
5,000 packs available to buy or something like that. Or
You
I don't
should.
know.
That's impressive.
You should
you
do
play
an
Magic.
opening
You
stream.
should play Magic Arena, right? MTG Arena as well, because you can hoard gold in that as well. And yeah, all you got.
and
And
sell you the account.
Yes. You can't trade cards though, so.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
But I love playing that just late at night, just going to bed, just like, and I do my daily quests, and then I got 300 gold, and then on to the next day. I did that for a long time.
See, I can
I'm
identify
just
with
sitting
that.
all this gold.
Like half the fun for me playing Apex was seeing my Apex packs go up. Like I hit 11, and I'm like, I opened a couple, and I kind of regret that because then I would have had 13.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
it's like weapon parts. I got 1,000 weapon parts. Can I get 2,000? Can I get 3,000?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that, man. Definitely. I don't.
something satisfying about seeing that number go up, even though that's not a game that's played, but it's not my typical game. I enjoy
The
that.
meta game.
I don't know if I have a typical or a non or atypical game that I like a fan or
Did
obsessed
you
over.
play Doki Doki Literature Club?
I did. I
Did you
definitely
play
like that. Yeah, that maybe would be the closest one because I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But like a game that I'm obsessed with or something, like I don't know.
Mine, I guess, would be Skies of Arcadia. It's old, but I don't really like Japanese RPGs. Like, I never liked the Final Fantasy games or any of that stuff. But I fell in love with that game, and I still think about it.
I'm like that with Wild Arms and Fantasy Star Online PSO. I still think about those games.
JewelCom says, top 5 best hairstyles from characters in movies and video games.
Oh my god. This is such a hard
Top 5?
Top 5.
Yeah, this is easy. Have you guys ever seen Afro Thunder from Ready to Rumble on the Dreamcast?
Yes, I have.
I mean, I think the name says it all, frankly, but he's like the skinniest little dude with an afro that is enormous.
Okay.
Epic.
I can get behind that, yeah.
Is this movies and video games?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a hard question.
I'm going with Simon Phoenix from Demolition Man. He had that blonde, like high top with like a little bit of a peak in it.
Yeah.
That was hot.
Underrated movie, I would say.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Clearly, Kingdom Hearts 3 is pushing boundaries on hairstyle and also fashion with all the zippers. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Kingdom Hearts 3 on that. All the characters.
Can you imagine if you had that many zippers like on a jacket? Like you'd be looking for your keys for like 7 minutes.
Donald Duck has 2 zippers on his hat. Like, what's the purpose? What's the functional utility behind the 2 zippers on the hat?
I never noticed that. I couldn't get past his cold, dead eyes.
Yeah, he is a prick, man. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Dude's seen some shit.
He's been around a long time. He probably has.
Dude, he's jaded in that game, man.
Yeah.
It's rough.
He's like 100 years old now by now, right? He's like 70, 80 years old.
He's very old. He's an old man.
I was playing that, and Pete, who's this dog that, I don't know if you guys know Kingdom Hearts, whatever. I'm just going to say it's a bad dog, all right? His name's Pete.
Okay.
And he's got a zipper that you don't notice until you actually pay attention. The zipper goes from the top of his pants all the way under into the top of his butt. So he could literally unzip his pants completely apart, yank them apart, you know? Like, exactly. You guys are looking at me like, what? And I was like, what? And I'm like, huh? What is the functional
I'm actually
utility?
thinking there might be some possibilities here.
When you need to rip them apart like that, but leave them on your legs?
You've never had tearaway pants?
Well, yeah, but
I still do.
There you go.
do the tearaway,
But no.
do they break at the crotch though, the tearaway?
No.
Exactly.
Imagine you zipper, you unzip your crotch.
then you still, and then
your
your
pants
crotch is
just,
just
like,
hanging
fall
out there.
away.
That's
But
it.
they don't.
Your legs are still in the pants.
They'd be at your boots, man.
Your crotch is just out.
Yeah.
They'd be hanging at your boots. This drives me crazy.
Briar likes to wear assless chaps. That's all I've heard.
Also, I'm thinking about chafing. Chafing might be an issue with these pants and the zippers up the middle.
Yes. Anyways, Pete's crazy, man. Watch out for him.
Not gonna want to wear those to Guardian Con this year. That's all I'm saying.
In that heat, nope. I'm good.
Silver Moose Gaming says, question for everyone. What was a bigger disappointment? The Patriots winning or them not singing Sweet Victory from SpongeBob during the Super Bowl halftime show?
Yes, the SpongeBob thing.
I think that
Although
was the
the
greatest
SpongeBob
fucking
part-
thing.
The
I think that
SpongeBob part was the best part of the Super Bowl. I just wish that it was longer.
What about the Patriots winning was the best part of the Super Bowl?
No, it was the
Dynasty
most boring
video.
Super Bowl in the history of Super Bowls.
Except for the part when the best team won. That part was pretty good.
Isn't that every game? Doesn't the best team usually win? That
Huh.
No. You remember the time the New York Giants beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl?
I
Best
haven't
team
watched
didn't win that year.
football in like 15 years. I'm sorry. I don't
That
know.
dude caught a ball that bounced off his helmet.
Wow.
All right.
I'm gonna say that
on this show.
I'm gonna say that the SpongeBob thing they did was fucking wonderful.
They
was
didn't
great.
do it.
I just wish that it was
That's
longer.
the point.
Okay.
But they did. SpongeBob was in there. They just didn't sing the whole thing, which would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Mohegan 9 says, would you rather go to jail for 5 years for something you didn't do or get away with something horrible, but always live in fear of being caught?
B.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm living B right now. I'm loving it.
Living B right now. Oh my God.
Keeps the day fresh. You don't know what's going to happen. You're like,
That's right.
the pressure's on.
What's
Look,
that knocking the door? I don't know. It might be FedEx. It might be the FBI.
look,
you get
when
the
I was
door?
5
Makes
years
breakfast
old,
more exciting.
when I was 5 years old, I took a 20 out of my dad's wallet. But like by the time I got from the kitchen to my room, I felt so fucking guilty. But I didn't want to go put it back into his wallet because then he might see me that I took it out. So I just kind of threw it in my closet and I just hope he never saw it. And then like 2 weeks later, I was like, I should go try to put that back in his wallet because he's not home right now. And then when I went into the closet, the 20 wasn't there anymore.
Oh,
And
so
I'm
he
just
knew
like-
all along.
I don't know. I don't know.
He let you
He
live with
baited
your
you.
shame.
Did your dad
Yeah.
That was your
steal
punishment.
a 20
Your
from you?
$20?
It's mine. It's mine, man.
Your mom's cleaning
Was
around
your
being
dad
like,
trying to
oh,
steal
free
Give
20.
your money.
Like the minute I would see it be gone, I would have this dread just wash over me. Like, oh God, he's no forever. When is the hammer coming down?
Mhm.
That reminds me, when I was a kid, I lit some matches in the garage, and then that's bad. Obviously, shouldn't do it. It was like 5 or 6, playing with matches.
How many
So
matches?
what type of floors are in the
It was concrete.
In the garage?
Yeah.
Concrete.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's not too bad.
that's fine.
Well, I denied it, but then my parents came out. They're like, "It smells like matches were lit. Did you light these matches?" And I was like, "No."
No, this is what farts smell like. That's what.
I remember,
No, just say you lit them because you fart.
I remember
And you're-
being
you
mortified
farted.
over that conversation, and then I eventually came clean. But I remember having an immense amount of fear, like answer number B level of fear from that. Yeah.
One time when I think I was like 8 or 9 years old, I decided to cocktails with the gasoline for the lawnmower, and I
You-
made them out of like 7-Up bottles. 7-Up bottles used to be made out of glass.
Mhm.
And I put them in a
Oh,
backpack,
yeah.
and I rode on my bike down to my friend's house, and we put them in the middle of the road and lit them on fire. I didn't know at the time that you have to smash the glass to make a Molotov cocktail explode.
Yeah.
So basically, we made gasoline candles, and then a car came. So the car, came and then drove over the Molotov cocktails and kept going. We freaked out, so I kicked the Molotov cocktails, of course, breaking the glass. It was on a bridge, and the gasoline spilled into the river, and the fire started burning on top of the river and going down. And there's all these reeds, kind of going over the river like this. So I was pretty sure I was going to start a forest fire, but I didn't stick around long enough to find out.
Wow.
This is what people did
That's
before
pretty
video games.
serious. No wonder you answered
No,
B.
this is
This is B.
like as a child too. Like
This is
you
B.
outside playing with hairspray with a lighter because blowtorch like
Yeah.
come on, let's ride
Briar's
out.
setting a whole river on fire and potentially blowing up people in a car.
This is how you learn.
Well,
good
come
life
on.
lessons.
That's not on me. They drove over a Molotov cocktail that was
They
lit.
didn't know it was the
Shouldn't have
one.
drove over the flame. Jesus.
That's a turnaround situation.
yeah.
Am
it
I
is.
right? You see a Molotov cocktail on a bridge. You don't drive over it. You turn around.
You drive
I mean,
over it and say
maybe
nailed
not
it.
Detroit.
But then you panicked and broke the bottle and then threw it.
Yeah, just keep going. That's a daily occurrence in Detroit. It's like, oh, this is fine. Just keep going. This is
Not even the big 7-Up bottle.
Huh.
Rick. Oh, wait. My bad. Kev G says, if you're stranded on an island and had to eat Briar
Right.
Rabbit's leg to survive,
Yep.
what
Yes.
would you cook it with, and what sauce would best complement it?
A lot of butter. A lot of butter.
No, a lot of
Yeah.
butter.
Bonus
We're on
question.
a desert
What
island,
drinking
right?
snake goes best with Briar Rabbit's leg?
Mmm.
You like a really shitty beer just because the meat tastes better when the person
When the
You
was
trying
drink
to
is bad.
compliment
for
my
drinking
leg
shitty
with
beer.
fucking Bud Light?
Exactly.
You
Prove my
monster.
point.
My answer is I will eat Briar.
I'm guessing he has a high salt content, so I'm gonna put a sweet baby Ray's over the top of it, a nice fine glaze.
Yeah. Needs really just to need some onions just to really enhance the
I just
flavor
want
that
some-
might be there.
barbecue sauce. No, I just want straight up barbecue.
Have
Barbecue
you ever
Briar.
had
It's got a
sweet baby
ring
Ray?
to it.
Oh, yeah.
It's very sweet.
Yes.
It's very
Oh,
sweet.
it's so good.
Yep.
So good. You can put it on cardboard. have
Sweet
taste
baby
good.
Briar.
Sweet
That's what we're
baby
having.
briar legs. Leg. My bad.
I'm coming after the second. The first one's good. I'm getting that second leg. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna hop away for all I'm worth. Ringo the Dingo says, imagine Holtz is getting married.
Mhm.
What would you organize as his surprise bachelor party?
We're gonna hire strippers, but they're gonna be wearing crawdad lingerie.
Oh,
So they have
And-
like a crawdad mask on and little.
And they're going to
See,
be
I would've
opening up magic card packs. 100 of them.
They're, yeah,
It's no fun to
yeah.
watch someone else open it. Yeah,
But they're yours, man.
Then I want to open them. Fuck you. Why are you opening my magic
Because they're
packs?
unveiling one at a time.
No,
It's
I
the
want to
suspense.
open them.
It's the suspense,
I
man.
want to open them. No,
I feel like no matter what we plan, he's gonna bitch and moan the whole time. So I'm just gonna plan something that's awesome for me.
Thank you,
I like Brian's plan. That's a good plan.
Yeah.
That's a great plan.
Watts. You were really close. You were really close. If those I'm conflicted about the strippers thing because I'd be like,
Crawdads.
but then if they were cat girl strippers, I'd be like,
Cat
okay,
girl
I'm
crawdad
willing to
strippers.
sit this one
Well,
out. I'm willing to
all
sit
right.
this one out and see where this goes.
Cat dad craw.
Craw cat
ladies.
dad?
There you go.
No.
Craw cat dads. There
Yeah.
you go.
They got like a big
We
tail.
That's
figured
a very
They
specific
They got this
thing.
lobster tail going on with like some meow meows.
Yeah, yeah. That's what we're doing. Yep, that's it.
I think so, man.
So when's this wedding again? I want to come.
Yeah, we need to mark the date. When's the date?
Thing is,
Save the date.
whenever I get married, I'm just not telling anyone. We're going to City Hall, and we're gonna do the thing where it's like, okay, we've signed the documents. Are we married now? Awesome.
You have to
Cool.
have two witnesses, so you
Okay,
have to
I'll
tell
bring
somebody.
two witnesses. I'll
I
bring
highly
two
recommend
witnesses.
Holtz's plan. I can tell you from experience, a wedding is the biggest waste of fucking money.
Yes.
Oh, I
And-
didn't have a
And
big
to
one.
do it at the very beginning of
Nope.
your marriage when money is possibly like the most necessary thing you could possibly have is like the most stupid, ridiculous thing of any of the customs that are like customs. It is just dumb.
Big ass wedding. And like, if you
$30,000
want to,
on a party.
yeah, no, fuck that. You want to spend money? Spend it on the honeymoon so you guys have a bunch of awesome memories.
Absolutely. Yeah, you make
Together.
all these great memories right at the beginning. Or
Yeah.
you can, buy, you could get a great down payment on a new house, or start some savings for your retirement, or there's so many better ways to spend it on.
Yeah,
a
why
fucking-
do I want to buy food for all these people? I
You
don't
could just
think-
buy 500 pounds of crawdads for you and your wife.
Exactly. And some Bud Light.
Exactly.
That's it. That's all the questions.
Can confirm Memes and I went to the Beverly Hills courthourthouse. Got married.
Good man.
I also went to a courthouse. We're all courthouse.
Yeah.
people.
It was an awesome
Yeah.
day. It's one of my favorite days.
We're smart.
Brian,
I don't know if you
feel
can tell
like
from
you're-
the salt in my voice.
Yeah, I
that
feel
is
like-
not what I.
Brian didn't go to the courthouse.
Which is why he
Sweet
now
baby
recommends.
Ray.
And
All I'm
also
I
saying.
actually
why
had
we're
it-
eating his
I
legs
had it
on the
planned out.
island.
I had everything right. I had the wife on board with a backyard wedding. Right, we'd have a band and we'd have tents back there.
That'd be
It was going to be
beautiful.
cheap. It was going to be cheap. Oh, and beautiful. And my father
Ooh,
came to the house and said, "No, we got to do something big."
no.
Like, you're not.
Are
my
you paying?
father. I don't know you.
paying?
Yeah. you paying for that then?
I will turn down the money because we'll cancel the wedding, take the money, and run away. That's what.
Yeah. How about all that money you're wanting me to spend on this, or maybe you're willing to spend on it? You just give it to me, and then we can we're done. We'll have a trough of sweet baby rays.
Troughed.
Like one of those chocolate fountains, but with sweet
Yeah.
baby rays.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like that's a good title. Trough of sweet baby rays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah, that one could work. All right.
Explains the podcast well.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning into this episode. If you want to find more of me, I am at Holtzman_YT on Twitter. And you know what? Does anyone out there know how to get actual dead Twitter accounts? Because I want the actual Holtzman. on Twitter.
Yeah, I would like another one too that was a fan account that has never tweeted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So if anyone knows anyone, tweet at us because I got some. We all clearly
some
have
questions.
We have a need for that. You can find me.
One, please.
Yeah, we'll hit you up too.
Yes.
No,
I made my Twitter in 2007.
What was Twitter in 2007?
It was a fresh company that was trying to figure out how the hell they were going to make money.
It's like
they're still trying to figure that out.
Developer.
still trying to figure out how to make money. Yeah.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me packing boxes, helping my mother move, and looking at condominiums.
Nice.
Fantastic.
I'm Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft, T-E-F-T. I have a 4-letter Twitter handle because I made it way back then. And I stream twitch.tv/Tefty Teft.
I am Miss 5000 Watts. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Just look for Miss 5000 Watts.
I'm YungKhan. You can find me on Twitter at Young_. Oh, that's YUNG_Khan_. Twitch, YungKhan. Instagram, YungKhan. Or my website, conartist.org, where I'll fulfill all your graphic needs.
This website looks sick. It's very slick looking. You should go check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm typing it in right now.
There you go.
Oh, that does look slick.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. See you all next week. Just realized I just now forgot to say the episode number.
122.
Oh, I got the baby with the Gallahorn.
122. Yeah, I didn't say it at the beginning.
Also,
okay, I'm going to re-record this real quick. Hello and welcome to episode 122 of the Destiny Community Podcast. Nick, please edit that in to the very start.
A little late for this.
Thanks.
Also,
right.
did we ever mention that we actually moved up the episode next week to Wednesday?
No.
Oh, yeah, we
shit,
should talk about that.
We never announced this.
Oh, yeah.
So
this is what Pope usually does.
I thought maybe he did tweet out. I don't know, but because
we totally shouldn't have fired that guy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Because
a bad move.
Because the Anthem servers go online at 2:30 p.m. West Coast on the 14th, because that's what it says on Origin. We decided to move the podcast from next week on Thursday to Wednesday, so earlier. So it's going to be on Wednesday next week at the normal time, but a day early. So
yeah, day early. Same thing, just a day early.
That's right.
Everything's fine.
We'll try
We
our
have a
best.
special guest too.
We'll try our best.
And we have
we not
Dado. We have Dado on the podcast. It's going to be the Valentine's Day special. He's going to teach us how to be the goth girl, not just to get the goth girl.
Awesome.
So, very exciting.
Excellent. We're going to roll credits and then read out subs. Be right back, guys.
Okay.
And we're back. Okay.
Hello.
Time to read out subs. Mr. Aries, 11 months. Oh, hey, a button. Welcome back. Finny644 with 10 months. Biggins1976 with 11 months. Be sure to thank Pope for making my ears bleed during the pre-show. Thanks, Pope, for all of our ears getting assaulted with that call-in phone call. Jesus. Donald Trump has with 11 months. Sparty for you with 11 months.
You. Please come back.
Yes. Wolf of Red with 9 months. TCP Repentless with 11 months. Celestine 51 with 11 months. Wados with 10 months. Brown Guy McGee with 11 months. Lesko Check with 11 months. Master Phoenix 87 with 11 months. Eleneki with 11 months. Cherry Papa with 9 months. Chibi Kim with 11 months. Mr. Good Bites with 11 months says hashtag netcode, hashtag target, hashtag wow, hashtag boner spire, hashtag drinking snake, hashtag 15 pounds of crawfish.
It's 2 weeks in a row the boner spiders made a return.
It's
been a while
making
for
a
the boner
resurgence,
spider.
man. Yeah. It made its mark on the PD streams.
Might be time for some t-shirts.
You're right. That would be.
Give me a call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Time Splitter hooking up Briar, making it 5 months.
Can you describe what you would draw for a boner spider, please?
Oh, that's easy. The shadow. Just cast a shadow. Just
Sold.
Shadow. Wow. Fantastic. Yeah. Love it. T Hayes with 9 months. I think it's T Hayes. I don't think it's Thays. I could be wrong. My bad, Hayes.
I say Thays. I don't
Thays,
know.
yeah.
I don't know. It's probably
They
wrong.
never show capitalization in Streamlabs, so you don't know which one's capitalized because sometimes
That's
it's like
true.
under lowercase t, capital H, yeah. Chuggy Wookie with a brand new sub. Florida Gator 95 with 11 months says he loves EA and everything that EA does. Wow, Florida. Jesus, man. I can't believe you'd say that. Sir Redbeard. Sir Redbeard with 10 months says, hey, another resub. This was the best Super Bowl commercial this year by far. Did you guys see that ASMR commercial?
Yes.
Yeah.
I noped out of it. As soon as they did like the thing with the bottle, I was like, I'm gone.
But I love her.
Is she an ASMR?
Who is
Is she one of the big ASMR artists or something?
No.
Who is she? I don't know.
Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, okay. Lenny Kravitz's daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I'm gonna say it. Is it?
Yeah. No, I didn't. Yeah. It was a weird commercial. But hey, if you're into ASMR, cool. It is strange when you're not. You know?
I like ASMR.
Yeah.
ASMR is cool when it's
It
like
tingles
just,
my brain.
yeah. I feel like it's cool when it's just the ASMR. When it gets into like
Brain
the
tingles.
ear licking ASMR stuff, I'm like, this is no
Well,
longer
now you're
about.
going, Pat.
Yeah,
You don't
this
look
isn't-
for
this
ASMR
isn't-
on Pornhub. You're supposed to just use normal.
It's on YouTube. I can find
Clearly,
this on YouTube.
you're finding
I'm gonna
this on
corrupt
Pornhub. Holtz. Jesus.
Hold on, let me go incognito.
You're eating
so
Briar's
it's-
leg on a
I mean,
desert island
that's
watching
looking-
Pornhub ASMR. Jesus, man.
Let me go incognito.
Have you guys
here.
seen the dude who makes like wholesome videos on Pornhub and posts them on Pornhub?
Yes,
He's
I
like,
have.
yeah.
Yeah.
this is Bob shaking a girl's hand.
And he like does the laundry. He cleans
Yeah.
the house before she gets home
What's-
from work. Yes.
There are multiple ear licking ASMR videos on YouTube. Like
Are
you
they
just type,
monetized? Clearly not family friendly.
yeah, yeah. Oh, you can even listen to this on Spotify too.
Great.
All right.
Maybe it tingles your brain real nice.
Now-
Any more subscribers?
Ooh, there
Stuffy?
is Sir Redbeard, 10 months says, hey, another resub. This was the best super. My bad.
million views.
Anonymous gifting gifting the sub to Chocolate Ghost. Biggins 1976 hooking up YungKhan with the sub. Phil Dog with 9 months. Mr. Hot Sauce with 3 months. Obi Sword with 11 months says Space Dongus bow confirmed. A Space Dongus bow. Love it. That was the name of my character in Doki Doki. He was fabulous. Chaos Young in 77
It was
was 7 months. When your resub is on the 7th and it's 7 months, get at me, Bungie. 777. Muffled Chainsaw, 6 months. Kill 'em all with 3 months. Leaf Sheena with 10 months. Trigger Blade with 10 months says, let them eat Briar. Exclamation. Yeah, come on, Briar. Jesus. Quit holding back, man. Trigger Blade.
Seriously,
Whoops, my
Fucking
bad.
sick.
Black Flag CTG, 11 months, my bad. Rubes with a brand new sub. Nice Pete, 10 months in a row. 10 months, let's go DCP. Sanity Screams with the new sub, and his Fury, 11 months, says, oh, hey, friends, y'all the coolest. Fury, you're cool, man. Thanks for the support. Thank you, everybody, for the support. Appreciate that. This is the part where I should have mentioned that you guys should look for a raid target. I didn't.
While you guys look for a raid target, can we make a cast of Briar's leg and then make the meat mold? mode.
I like this
And
idea.
then we could pretend to eat Briar's leg.
Briar, how fast can you get a cast of your leg and send it over to Washington?
Yes.
I mean, does it really have to be my leg? Like any leg would probably.
No, it has
It
to
has
be
to
your
be
leg.
Yeah, that's Briar's leg.
It
Literally has to be your leg.
Make a meatloaf out of it.
Bingo.
Yeah. I want to do that thing that they did on Hannibal, where like you cake it in clay with like all the rosemary and everything, all the not nice things in there, and then you bake it in clay so all the juices stay in there, and then it just that just sounds pretty good. Like, work.
Yep. I like it.
Also, we're gonna go say hi to Drewskis.
Okay, perfect. Also, Nice Pete.
Perfect.
Hooking up a sub to 2 Bar King. Thank you very much, Nice Pete. Very kind, man. Again, guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week on Wednesday, not Thursday. Because of Anthem, the game that everybody hates because it's EA. And a lot of us are going to be playing it, and that's why we're moving it. I know Dado's going to be playing a lot of it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, see you next week, guys. Thanks for watching.